And trying to get it
Ed
going as fast
Appler.
as I could.
I'm here.
And I'm here. Joe Hanoush.
Here.
I'm gonna eat my beef
David
rolling.
Moss.
Doing this shit instead.
All right.
Looks like potentially he's not. If
We
somebody
should be
can
live.
ping him and remind
What's
him,
up?
please do.
Live.
Larry
Yeah.
Gillis.
What?
When are
I
we?
don't see him either.
When are we going to toast?
DL.
As soon as I go get my drink. They're doing roll call, so
Don't
we'll
see
give everybody
DL.
a minute.
If you guys
I'm gonna ping everybody.
can ping anybody that
talk a little
isn't
bit while they're
here,
doing roll call.
that would be great.
Hang
Robert
on.
Vincent.
I'm here.
There you go. You got his name
Leon.
in. There you go.
She's
I
told
turned
me
it
she
down
was
for
coming,
you guys.
so maybe
I'm gonna go
she'll
get a
it.
drink. So you guys can
Wendy.
chat for a second. I'll be right back.
Here. Mike Simpson.
Bueller.
Beth Johnson.
I'm gonna have to make sure I'm muted.
Here.
So Eric Cordova resigned and Demetrios Nanos is his alternate. Does anyone, if anyone can ping him and let him know he should be here, that'd be great.
I'll let him know. There's 100% chance he doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think he knows. I think we just figured it out this morning.
No.
Eric Montgomery. Jim Leggett.
Here.
James.
Present.
Mississauga Region 9 alternate.
No.
So for those who are in the chat,
James.
they just
Wait,
they just called one of my
Sorry.
friends
Dennis, you're not the alternate,
as an
right?
alternate, and this is like a friend from law school, and he definitely does not know that he's supposed to be here right now.
Out of the loop. It wasn't my intent.
And his
in
name
terms
is
of, popping in for the
Demetrios,
meeting,
but in my phone I have it
If you
saved
could
as
ping
Girthy
Eric and
Tube.
Find out if he's coming, that'd be awesome.
Girthy Tube.
I think you are, by the way.
All right. I
David,
fell up the stores Biden style.
Oh, thank you.
It was not
And
great.
James Pinkowski.
They just called one of my friends as an alternate. He's taken the spot, and he definitely doesn't know.
Who just got here?
I have him saved in my phone as Girthy Tube.
David, you're here, right?
As what?
Girthy Tube.
Oh,
Yes, I'm on my phone, so it takes me a second to unmute.
I say, hey, yo,
John Patton.
you're on the LPF now.
Deanna is excused, and Jessica.
all right. So we didn't get to prep a whole lot before this,
Porto.
but it's going to be an interesting meeting because I never got done.
Sorry,
maybe- yes, it
babysitting the
is.
kitten and she walked on the computer. I'm here.
Announcements at here. Member
Yes,
only.
Larry too.
LP stream.
Hi, Larry Gillis here.
Okay. Hi, Larry.
Hey, Lisa.
So we have 13 present, so we're good.
Nice forehead, Larry.
According to the website, Dennis Mississauga is the Region 9 alternate. If that
All
makes
right.
sense.
All right, don't pull my leg.
Okay, I'm putting
Dennis
you
is a
as-
member, so
as
he could be
present,
watching.
saving
He
Eric
could be
from any
watching
confused
and and listening.
Helping in more ways than I planned.
Yeah.
Thank you for checking, whoever did that. Appreciate
I think
it.
that was Joe Hanoush, I think.
Yeah,
Joe.
Good job, Joe. So yeah, 13.
Oh, the wrong stream
14,
title
actually.
started.
Let's make it 14.
Oh no.
Damn it.
14
That's all right. It doesn't matter.
so
The
we
guys
have
are here.
All right, so 8 is a simple majority. Okay. All right, next item on the agenda is public comment.
I didn't mean to be goose stepping, okay, Barfo? I'm sorry. It was supposed to be Libertarian Shenanigans. Goose stepping was last time. That was when we had the Elon's heart goes out to everyone. That's when that's how long ago our last stream was.
We will move right along to item number 5 on the agenda. Miss Gansky, Leon Armstrong just arrived as well.
Awesome,
Okay,
thank
people
you.
are showing up.
At this time, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
How come I can't just see like the regular gallery?
second.
Why do I have to look at this fucking guy?
Moved. I heard Mr. Gillis, I think, move, and Mr. Hanoush second.
There they are.
Any discussion?
I just have one question. I looked at it this morning, and it's different from this morning. Is there any other changes made other than the?
Yeah, the only thing that I changed was I added that Demetrios is the alt. So
Okay.
previously I had it under to vote for the Region 8 rep, but that's unnecessary since there was an alternate for that
What the fuck
position.
is Larry doing
Okay,
over
thank
there?
you.
Check
Any
this
further
out.
discussion?
Check what
All
out.
right. All those in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
I
This is a.
Anybody
Uh,
opposed?
let me turn
say
it down.
nay.
This is a Florida
We have
meeting.
an agenda.
Barf,
Item number 6
Florida.
is approval of the previous
Yeah.
meeting's minutes.
A bunch of people are going to resign today,
Is there a
so
motion?
we're going to watch.
I'll move.
Who was that?
Joe.
Joe Hanush moves. Is there a second?
Is the agenda out?
I'll second.
Rob, can
Seconded
you link
by
it to
Lisa.
Josh? Yeah.
Any discussion on this one?
Yeah, I
I
want to
imagine
look
not.
at this agenda here.
Otherwise, all those in favor say aye.
I'm in the middle of doing something.
That's a good question, Barfo. That's kind
Those
of part of
opposed
the
say
reason
nay.
why I want to watch, because I'd want to know why they're resigning.
We
Probably
have
won't tell you.
approved the minutes. Next item on the agenda would be monthly
Rob died.
reports, starting
Rob's
with
back.
the LNC
Okay.
report. Since we have an at-large here, I'm going to let Mr. Vincent handle that if he
Uh-oh.
would not, if he would mind or wouldn't mind.
Let me crank it up.
I have no report right now, Matt. You probably have been following along this week closer than I have with Easter and everything going on. So I have no report on the LNC right now.
The only big thing that I have,
Besides the trip to
Yeah.
the meeting in Michigan, Grand Rapids, we're gonna go check out the convention where it's supposed to be held in 2026.
correct,
When-
and that's
when?
that's coming up the weekend of the 17th of May,
Mhm.
I
sorry,
believe.
Ronan.
And then also,
Might
if
take
in
a
case
trip.
you guys didn't, only other thing I'll add is in case you guys didn't missed it or didn't catch it, they're reviving kind of Project Archimedes. We're using the voter gravity information.
Oh,
and,
yay.
They moved to test some digital marketing using Florida as the test of the pilot, if you will.
The
So we're going
advantage of
to
having a chair from
market,
Florida.
pay to market to 40,000 plus registered libertarians in Florida to see if to obviously gain additional members and donors. And they are currently seeking proposals from marketing companies to take that on.
So the
And that's all
LNC
I
is going to
have
pay to
got.
grow Florida's membership? That's what I just
So
heard.
that'll put us to committee reports. We'll start with
That right?
Rules Committee, Mr. Thompson.
Am I not coming through?
No, I hear you.
Yes,
okay.
reading
we didn't
the
have
agenda.
quorum
My
this
bad.
meeting,
Oh,
so
okay. No
we
worries.
don't have there's nothing to report.
Sounds good.
What's this
Thank you,
about?
sir.
This is the LPF
Affiliate
meeting.
support. We do not
We're
have
going
an
to watch a
affiliate
bunch of
support
people
chair
quit
at
their
this
roles
time,
today.
as Mr. Cordova has resigned. Audit Committee is also vacant.
Back.
Candidates Committee, Mr. Hanush.
Yeah, hold
Yeah, I'm
on.
looking
I'm
at
gonna pull up the
the
report I filed here.
Chairman's
Just
consent
read off of that.
agenda.
Yep.
Accept Gansky and Moskow's resignation from
special
fundraising.
election
Accept
for
Michael
District
Smith's
6, Congressional
resignation from
District 6, ended
ASC. Accept
April
Joey's
1st.
resignation
Andrew
from
Parrott,
Region
I just
2.
want to give
Accept
him
Joe
a
Sokol's
big thank
resignation
you
as
for running,
treasurer, so Joe
running a very
Hanush will
active
send.
campaign.
Accept
So that
Eric
was really good
Cordova's
to see them,
resignation as
I was
Region
proud
8.
to be part of
Damn,
that,
I didn't know that
voter
one.
in the district.
There's a
I
lot,
very
dude.
proudly voted for.
I know. Looks like some wheels are
There
definitely
are
in
no
motion. It looks like somewhere.
currently filed
Yeah.
candidates for 2025. However, there
All
are
of
a
fucking
couple
Region 8
rumors
resigning
I'm hearing,
basically is
so
rather
hopefully that
interesting.
happens in the next month or two.
That's a good highlight. I didn't catch that. Yeah.
2026 candidates. We did
Yeah,
have one
Mostrip and then
candidate, Robert
Cordova.
Bentley, running for state house, who withdrew, unfortunately.
There's Hanush,
Through no
regular
circumstances
troll
we
in the swamp,
could have helped.
future treasurer.
We have two candidates currently filed. Ralph Groves for U.S.
Anyone
House
get
District
caught
11.
beating off in
He
this
needs
Zoom
help,
meeting?
especially
No.
Not
with his
yet.
website.
Not
Missy
yet.
Boy,
Not yet. The nights
Missy
early
Boy
though.
joins sometimes too.
His emails
I
on
don't know if we
the
ever
report
caught
that I'll
anybody
just
like
get to you
jerking the
here,
gherkin on a business
loudly.
call. But I definitely know there was somebody who hit the bong my first year as vice chair, like pretty regularly on these calls.
The chat and Zoom,
Yeah.
but
I'm
it's
touching
also
my balls
on the
right now.
report and
Can't
on
even
the
see.
I mean, I'm touching my
bulletin
balls
board.
too, but y'all can't
I
see
think
my
we
balls
all
on
were.
camera.
I think that was like
Yeah,
it was a
everybody
reaction.
touching their
This
balls.
upside
I mean, I'm just glad that it's now
to
out
see
there
if there
that
was an
we've
issue
all
there,
been doing
and it
it.
looked great. Honestly,
If anyone sees
mean,
my balls, it's gonna be you guys in the member
I have a
show,
lot of
not
things
them
there.
on the
Anyway,
meeting.
I'm going
Exactly. You
overboard
got to
here,
pay
I'm
extra
sure,
for the ball
I'll
touching,
shut up
boys.
Yeah.
later. Thanks.
This is
Thanks, sir.
OnlyFans.
Communications, that'll be me.
No,
I could-
my
we
dick
I could
is
are
switch
so
this
hard
shit.
right now with all
focusing
these
on,
resignations.
affiliate
Like,
websites that have sorely needed them.
I got that
in
turned
order
down
to
for you guys. You
complete
guys will
their
have to tell me if
affiliation
it's
so that
too
they
low
can
or not, so that we
post
can
their-
have a
post their
conversation.
meeting
In my
notices,
head, it's
and then,
still
of course,
full volume.
convention,
So
working on adding
Yeah.
the flyer for the
I meant to separate it.
comic show.
Here, I could try to do that still.
And working on pushing.
Oh, we are
blast
impersonating Mitch
and
Connor
runs
today.
Facebook ads to,
That's who we are in the
pump
LPF
up tickets,
meeting.
Ticket sales. There's a lot of people who are registering for business only.
The
and
LPF.
I'm the
a lot of people
identity
seem
that you
to
guys are using
either
for
don't
today.
understand that this is typically our biggest fundraiser, or we're not reaching the right people. So we're going to try and correct that so that
Convention not
for the
hitting.
fourth year or third year in a row, we're not in the red. I think but
That's
I think
bullshit. We were in the
should
red last
actually
year.
cost to be way down
We
this year, but
actually
I'll
made
let,
it in the black
convention
2
committee go
years
over
ago.
that.
We
But
made it
that's
in the
pretty much
black
it.
the year before that.
Speaking of convention
Like
committee,
Kissimmee barely made it in the black.
Oh wait, hang on.
Yeah, so we have a few motions
Hang on, convention.
tonight on the agenda to go over. Otherwise, we're full steam ahead, counting down the days to convention. We are, like the chair said, we're going to be promoting the ticketed events. Everything else is confirmed. Spike is confirmed. We have
Nice.
2, I'm hoping for 3 panelists for a candidate training on Saturday morning. We're really going to try to aim to finish business on Saturday so that we can try something totally
I'll answer
new
that in a second,
and have
Martha.
a new EC training on Sunday. But that's still kind of flux. So we're going to work on that. And that's about it for now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Fundraising is currently vacant. Miss, fire away.
I had a question for Ms. Johnson.
I'm switching screens.
Go ahead, Mr. Appler.
Sorry.
Sure, please.
Okay.
What time do you anticipate this training concluding on Sunday?
Here, I'm switching to Google Chrome for a second.
So yeah, while
So
Tim's
much better
making
for me.
switch-
So I'm gonna take it they don't have anything else for us to upsell people, aside from
No,
Spike.
I looked at their comedy show. Like, if they would have just kept Rob on there, Rob could have been their hot headliner, because I've never heard of the rest of these people, and they seem like they're probably fucking garbage. Like, I love Spike, but Spike has been so, worn out that this is the only LP event that he's doing, and it's just because it's an excuse for him to get paid to come to Florida for a weekend and basically hang out and bullshit around on the LPF dime. Let's call it what it is. I respect Spike. I'd do the same thing if I was in his shoes, so not trying to shit on Spike more. We've wrung that towel dry. It's not going to drip any more water out. Let's move on from good old Spike and Tasha. There is no sell to this convention. They keep talking about that that speakers historically haven't been a draw and that they historically don't make money at these events. And the reason they have is because our food and beverage is fucking phenomenally expensive. So we need to figure out an alternative.
I think, Rob, did you hear what I just heard? Is Hanush out here recommending to have the state convention remotely?
That was the one I was referring to, but I have a
I don't
solution
know.
for that as well.
I'm pretty sure
think
that's what he
Mr.
said.
Misegoy is working
I
on something
was
as
trying to
well,
listen
but,
to Josh, and it's
he's
very
I think
hard
he's
to.
going to meet with the
No, I
convention
know.
committee on that.
I was trying to get it set up
figured I'd
right.
bring it up here,
Chrome is gay.
but I'll wait
You
till-
missed your chance during public comment, sir.
Well,
Oh, I thought he was being
I do
serious
have
for a
region
second.
report, but I don't actually have
Good
stuff.
Good
So
point. Good point. Good
no,
point.
I wasn't quite sure since I became a I'm
Sorry, guys.
functioning as a delegate.
So why they're quitting
excuse
is
the,
what we're trying to find out. There's not a distinct pattern of MC non-MC.
No worries, no
Josh
worries.
makes a good point that a lot of the people
All
in
right,
Region
so
8
that
were
will
not
conclude
MC or
convention and
not
bring us
that
to
very
fundraising,
favorable
which
to the
is
MC
currently
stuff,
vacant, but
but
Lisa has
it's
an
across the board. There's people
Yeah,
everywhere.
So we did.
Yeah.
just gonna
Yeah, it's
say,
not the same as like the
our
other
spring
people, though.
bash,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Here, let's hear how
everybody
this
knows the
fundraiser went.
pattern, though.
Yeah, they
Let's
were
hear
never
how-
like
Okay.
haters.
$150
I noticed
deposit on the
there's
room.
so,
with
I'll
just
put it
the
like this.
admission.
If
So
you
we
guys
ended up
look,
making
for the
a little bit
most
shy of
part, by and
$200,
large,
which wasn't
a
great,
lot of the
but
people who are
better than
resigning
taking
right
the
now and
right?
have resigned over the last maybe,
And,
I would say, tops
you
2-3
know,
months,
kind of
there's
it
all
was
a
a
single
little bit
thread that
tough
connects
because
them. And as soon as you
Scott
guys
had to
figure
step
out what that
back for
single
some
thread is,
personal
you
reasons,
might be able to
and,
figure out what's going to happen next.
David
But
and
I
I
already
hung
think
in
I
there,
know, and
but,
I'm not going to give away the
I
secret
think
because there's more to the
from my
story.
part,
We'll
that we
save
have
it
to
for
get
the
through.
end then.
probably
Yeah.
be best
Oh
if
no,
we just have fresh blood
this is one of those
coming
things of
at
if
the
I'm right, I'm
so,
gonna hold this close to the chest until it comes
that's
out
my-
publicly
my
because I want to
No.
make sure I don't burn anybody on the way.
No.
come in and wanna do
Yeah.
it,
You're
and
not involved.
if
You're not. You
they
can't do
need
this
any,
anymore.
Who says I'm not
ideas
involved?
Or anything, I'm happy to help.
Can't do this
but,
anymore.
I-
You're not
I'm
allowed.
just a little
You're not allowed to
overexcited,
take credit
so,
for knowing all along after the thing happens. No.
I never said
You
I
make the
know all
prediction
along.
ahead of time.
I'm not saying I know all along. It's
You're
starting
saying
to
you
seep-
know right now.
I think I
Yeah,
know.
I had
think
actually
I
a
figured
report
out the
posted to
common
bulletin
thread in
board.
it.
Sorry, I was
What?
busy touring with Robbie the Fire Bernstein to start his porch store. Humble brag there. It was a fun time. And the Legislative Action Committee, as far as Decrim Nature Florida goes, we built a team in Jacksonville recently. There are 10 active members in that team, and I think they're going to try to attend a parade. So if anyone's interested in helping decriminalize plant medicines, let me know.
SB 700
There we go.
and
That's better.
HB 651, maybe 561
I don't want to hear him.
passed, which wasn't related to psychedelics, but it did include
Yeah, I
a
killed it. I got the
paragraph
Barfo.
where spores from psilocybin mushrooms and other mushrooms like that will be basically more regulated than they were.
We can do
with
drugs.
Florida had a gray area in
I
the
guess.
law there where they could kind
Or,
of grow.
no, he said they
and
more
wouldn't be illegal,
regulated
but
it.
if you picked them with the intent, then
But
that
I
would be
mean,
illegal.
once
So
again,
this
for the
might have an
most
impact
part,
there,
a lot
but
of
as
the
far as
resignations
passing
have a single
resolutions
common
at the city
thread
level,
that links
Decrim Nature can
all
still
of
do
them.
its thing.
Like
So if
I
you're
said,
interested in doing that,
I
let
think
me
if you
know.
like guys just shut off your brain for a
I
minute and
still
took
need
a
to reach
step
out
back, you'd
to
realize what
Stacey
all of them have in
Camp
common.
and,
And
I think
those
someone
would
else
start
was
to
interested
ask-
in
maybe
Defend the
bring
Guard.
up new
Those
questions
guys
that maybe
have
I
been
could
busy in
answer,
Tennessee
but
and Texas
right now,
recently,
what I think is
among
happening is
a couple other
happening.
states, can't recall right now.
Oh, it's
but
gonna get
Josh,
real.
that's the other thing I would like to do.
You are
I
very
wanna do it,
anti-Semitic.
With
I
convention
am.
coming up. But
I am.
Defend the Guard and
I am.
and
You know,
Insinuating
if you guys are
that
interested in
because
working with
most
those,
of them
just
are
let me know.
Jewish.
Whoa,
My
first
God,
off,
what is wrong with
Semites
you?
are not
All right, thank
Jews.
you, Mr.
I want to
Benson.
have that conversation. Quick. I'm a Semite.
Membership, Dr. Mejias.
Brown
Yeah.
people, Arabs
No,
are
we're,
Semites. Do we know what a Semite actually is? You don't even know. You're just saying words now. You're worse than the leftists. You should know better, and you don't. You're purposefully ignorant. You're not just retarded like they are, Mitch. That's horrible.
We first talk to the person, then if they are
But no,
interested, we send them an email.
I don't know.
or a
Moskov
text
I'm
message.
I'm turning
Jew.
Mejias down. Sorry.
Moskow's not a Jew. Michael Smith isn't a Jew.
Who don't have phone numbers.
Yeah,
I
Moskov
mean, are
is
we
not
sure
a Jew.
about this?
I know. I've met
Smith-
Moskov at his
Smith is
church.
a Jew name. Smith is a Jew name. Remember? Smith.
Yeah, but do you know Mike? He's not.
Have you met Mike?
I don't know
Have you
Mike.
met
How do I
Mike
know what
Smith?
he...
Mike is not a Jew.
Mike is not a Jew.
Trying to think of how the conspiracy theory would round on this.
I need to see the list again. I have a feeling it's something to do with Mike Termott, but see,
Oh,
yeah.
now we're getting
Like
warmer.
I don't know. You hit a couple of the names you said. I thought of Mike Termott.
I'm just saying.
Show some kind of interest.
What's Termont doing?
Phase two.
I think this is going to work.
They're creating a new party.
Did he finally
The
get the,
new
the RFK
the Libertarian
job?
Party. The Libertarian Party is
The
coming.
Libertarian Party of America. Hell yeah.
Thank
We're
you, Dr.
tanned
Mejias.
and we're juicy and we're way better looking than all you libertarians, and that's why we're going to run for it. We can actually get elected because we're pretty.
The Libertans.
The libertarians, not you liberpales. talking about bad
I'm trying to
Negro
unmute.
picking cotton shit in New
No
Hampshire.
emails have come in to the platform committee
You
website
libertarians.
or email. No recommendations, so nothing to report.
Cool.
Thanks.
Nothing to
Thank
report.
you. Right, next item on the agenda would be officers' reports.
Yeah, I
2
love how they
minutes
hit
each.
me up about the annual audit, and I was like, we've been using the same.
Really, the only
firm,
thing I've
like
got to
law firm
report
for the
is we
last
did
no one in this chat
submit
room?
the annual audit to the
No
state.
one. So these,
I also
they're,
filed
they're,
our,
I left and their Discord
annual,
died. The chats are gone. Nobody wants to talk. Nobody cares.
with the state.
Nobody in Florida
I've
who
got
is actually
to-
worth a
I meant to
damn
do
that
this
cares
last week,
about
but
the
I just got
LPF
too busy.
anymore.
But I've got to get an appointment. Probably
I
be
figured
easier
somebody
after
would be
tonight
saying
with the
something.
official
Hell no, they don't even want to talk to
ascension
each
of
other.
Mr. Hanush to treasurer. So I've got to get to the bank and get him
Tim.
added to the bank account.
What?
until
I
he
just
goes
said
on
hi.
the so-called off, which will require the meeting minutes from tonight.
Hi,
And the letter that we'll have to send to the DOE after tonight with our updated EC members, officers, and so on. I would really like to not have to, keep sending that every month, but such is life. Other than that, it's pretty much all I've got.
He doesn't want to
Mr.
send it
Appler,
every
Vice
month.
Chair.
Well, stop having people
I
quit.
posted my
Retention's a
reports
thing.
at the bulletin board, and beyond that, I have no further
Reports
information.
on the
to add.
bulletin board.
There you go,
Accepted.
Ed,
Secretary
veteran.
Stefanski.
Fucking
Oh,
Ed.
yeah,
I
mine's on
fucking
the
love
bulletin
Ed
board.
Appler. He's just like
A
reports
lot
on the
going
board.
on.
Any
Had
questions
the
I'll answer. Have a
affiliation
great
stuff,
night.
happening,
Gangster,
and,
like classic OG. Like shut the fuck
focused
up and
on
let's
that.
move these
I also
meetings
had the spring
along.
bash.
See, Matt
I
thinks it's
won't
Mitch.
belabor it if you
He
want to
said,
read
"Hey,
it
Mitch."
on BB.
Next would be
Who would you
treasurer.
say?
Mr. Sokol has stepped down. Joe Hanush, do you have anything to add?
Just a few quick points. You already touched on a couple
Where's
of
the
them.
money?
We're broke. We're poor.
Yeah, his report is already on there. From now on, I'll be submitting the reports
I
to
don't
the
know how to
bulletin
raise
board.
money.
They'll probably look familiar, but I'm going to make some
Joe
changes.
Hanush can't raise money to get himself his own fucking
There
suit.
is
You think he's
something
gonna
to
raise money
do
for
with
the
one of
LPF?
the future motions on the agenda.
I like
But
Joe
I
Hanush.
just wanted to say it now. There is something in our governing documents where affiliates who are no longer
Hello.
affiliated
Yes, this is definitely
have to
Mitchell.
give their property
That's
to the LPF, and that includes bank accounts.
Whoa,
So
Rob,
if depending
Joe
on
over
how
here talking
that
about
motion
taking
goes,
it by force if we gotta.
or somebody,
Said
I'm
they
not
gotta
really sure
give us
whose
their
actual
property.
responsibility it
That's
is,
ours now.
but those
Oh,
funds need
man.
to be collected and given to the
Told
LPF.
you, LPF
Correct.
commies.
Just
LPF commies.
I don't see a motion that has anything to do with an affiliate on here,
I
but
don't
maybe
see
I'm
no
wrong.
motion. See bureaucracy.
But
There's
anyway.
one for extending.
Oh, got you. That one. Okay.
I muted
Thank
you while you were
Uh,
giving your
Joe,
speech
while
because there was an
we
echo.
got
I
a
never,
little time,
but,
did
but
Mr.
you never
Sokol
came
pass
off,
over
so I don't know if
the
you said
logins
anything
for
since then.
bulletin board
Is
and
my
the
echo
email, or
bad?
do I need to
Oh,
set
he
you up?
remuted himself.
I am
didn't.
set up for
Oh, okay,
those.
okay.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Looks so far just as
All
Gambia is
right, next is
disaffiliating.
directors at
What?
large and region
Wow.
reports.
Rob, what are you
at large
doing?
one,
That's
Mr.
you, ain't it?
Moscrip.
Hey, yeah, really,
I thought
my
Escambia was Ed.
last little bit has been
Was that
trying to
Okaloosa?
help
Oh, Escambia's me. Yeah,
get
yeah. I don't know. They don't have their
Gabrielle
shit together.
switched
Sorry.
over with everything.
Yeah, it looks like
as
she
much
said
as possible.
Brevard
That's
managed
part
to
of
rally
why
the troops.
LPH
Managed to
gave the
rally.
extension
Brevard
was
used to be
because
one of the
I
bigger ones.
was disqualified since I no longer, according to LPF
We're not.
bylaws,
We
since
could still
I no longer live
reaffiliate,
in
but
Hillsborough County.
we
And so trying
we don't have
to
enough people who want to do it right now.
figure out
So if
everything
they
for
want the
them,
money, they
and
can
it
have
was
the
also
money. I
not
don't
the
care.
time to give
It's not that
us
much.
to
Yeah.
vote officially to replace me. So that's part of that's why we're on that list, or why Hillsborough is on that list when you get down there. But aside from
Wait,
that,
what did he say?
yeah, I mean, my whole schedule's been wrapped up with Easter, as you guys can imagine, for somebody who works in a church. So, yeah. So I haven't done as much as I would normally have.
Seriously,
to report,
Josh,
but,
I don't believe you.
but yeah,
This guy's
that's-
got to be
that's
Jewish.
just it, is
He's
trying
not.
to figure out
He's really
the
not.
LPH stuff for them and
Mitch,
get my email
you can
handed
be with
over
all of
and
the
all of
it's
that,
the
depending
Jews
on how
conspiracy
that
theorists.
goes later
I'm
on.
gonna let you in a little secret.
No,
By and
Josh,
large, it's
you are
not
the
the
one.
Jews.
You
at
are the
large,
one
Mr.
who
Gillis.
brought it up. I am not
yes,
the one
I
who
saw
mentioned
that.
Holy
that
You
we
call
just
me an
need only look at what
anti-Semite.
they all have in common.
You first off, you call me an anti-Semite, insinuating
Yes,
that I didn't like
because
them
you
because
were
they were Jewish.
insinuating.
You even
You were
said that it was because they
insinuating.
were Jewish.
Yes, it was.
You
That is
started
exactly
it,
what you were.
Mitch, don't lie.
Well, let's see what we can do. And
Tell the
That is
people the truth.
she should leave us behind and go to work for the New Yorker magazine. She is magnificent. And
Hold
as long
on.
as she chooses to stay with us, we should
Ricardo's
she
brother's
holds
on
the
screen
bail
now.
every time she leaves the room to make sure we get her back. The other thing is that I hope again that we will encourage our affiliates to apply to their local universities and colleges through their adult ed programs to offer Libertarianism 101. I have such a proposal pending with Florida Gulf Coast University right down the street here in Cape Coral in the Fort Myers across the river. And to teach Libertarianism 101, I will develop a syllabus and some working
We should
materials
just go there
to go with
and
it.
ask a bunch
And
about
if
like
any other
the
affiliate
borders,
wants to
immigration
get in and
generally,
actually
just
start
like find
peddling
all the
our
divisive
wares
abortion,
in
you
the
know, just
marketplace of
any
ideas,
divisive
I'll have some
libertarian
materials
question,
for them.
bring it to the
But,
101 class.
Don't let me stop them. If they want to do it now, go right ahead. Thank you. I have nothing further.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
At
Question.
large 3, Mr. Cummings. Anything to report?
If SwampCast,
I will get
all right,
my
I want to listen to
update
DL though.
on the,
Hang on.
bulletin board. Apologies for not doing that. And but otherwise, I have nothing to report.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
All right, regions 1 and 2 are vacant.
If the
A little
SwampCast
loose
sponsored,
17.
oh dang it! Now Rob's going.
Yeah, Region 3 is going to be making a motion to the board next month to have Ed grow his beard back. I think that would be, I think everyone thinks that Ed's beard looks like that, so we will see that next month. Other than that, I did talk to Alex Caesar, from YAL there in Tallahassee, and he's putting me in touch with some of the college libertarians there, much like Mr. Gillis.
I'm not saying we knew Rob was going to resign.
Building
I
the
just said there were
Tallahassee
signs.
libertarians through the college there. So we'll see what happens. He's on his way out. So he's got to put me in touch with some newer blood there at FSU. But that's what's going on in Region 3. And I hope we have Region 1 coming up for nominations because I would like to nominate someone for that region rep spot.
All righty. Thank you, sir. I believe that will be happening during item number 10 on the agenda.
Yeah, and as far as Escambia, because Escambia is in Region 1 as well, I would like to see if we can work with whoever gets that spot in transitioning the bank account or figuring out what to do with Escambia.
What did you miss?
Cool. Awesome. I
Rob
appreciate
said he's
it,
going
sir.
to make a motion for Ed to grow his beard back.
Region 4, Miss Armstrong.
Anyway, that was really good. I want to answer that. That was really good, Rob.
Thanks.
To answer Ronan's question, the
Wait,
Jared
hang on.
Fogels.
I'll go there in a second. They weren't disaffiliated. They failed to reaffiliate. A little different. They weren't like kicked out. They just didn't do their thing. Okay. If SwampCast sponsored a Little League soccer team, what would the name be? What was that, Mitch?
The Jared Fogels.
The Jared Fogels?
Yes, the Jared
I don't think I
Fogels.
like it. I don't think I like it.
You don't want to root for the Fogels?
I don't think I like it.
I
Come
call
on.
it regime
He was the
change.
sponsor.
The regime changers.
I don't know. It's hard to get past the libertans. I just it's so hard.
They're going to be out running around, sweating. They're going to definitely catch a tan. They're going to definitely be libertarian.
And they're
donkeys.
We're
the donkeys.
No, they're all Mexican.
Wait,
They're
hang on.
really good.
It's the swamp creatures. It's not libertarian. So now I'm kind of leaning towards donkeys now.
That wouldn't be so bad.
Little League swamp creatures? I just call them swamp creatures.
The swamp
Let's go, little
creatures
swamp
soccer
creatures.
team.
Let's go. Let's go, donkeys. Like that just sounds like
Oh, they're
like,
supposed
yeah,
to
you
be
bunch of
kids, though.
jackasses. You're just gonna get your kid made fun of. You're about to swamp.
Go,
creatures. What are they gonna
jackass.
do? Yeah, go jackass. Sound like Chappie Gilmore over here now. Jackass.
As much as it may be out of order, since it's not the region reporting. So as I mentioned, I've been out of the loop for quite a while, and part of that is I've kind of spent a bunch of time over the last handful of months siphoning away some of my free time
Tim
to
honks
actually
like a
work
donkey
on
while he's getting pegged. Fuck
piece
you,
of
Trey.
software.
I hate you.
For those who weren't aware, otherwise I software engineer by profession.
Oh, yeah,
and,
that's right. Your wife
after
pegs
kind of
you.
observing how things went in
I hate you
particular
too,
with
Mitch.
the some of the voting at the
Tim,
national convention.
just be
and
honest
the fact
about
that, and
it,
it's an idea
bro.
I've had sitting in my head for a number of years.
Okay.
Because we basically
Like,
do
we
our
all know
convention
you-
voting
you
for
enjoy
officers
taking
and
it up
such
the ass.
using like Bronze Age
No.
technology. So in the
Nobody
interest of
likes
trying to
it.
get us out of
There's
that.
nothing
and,
gay
and,
about it. It's from your wife with a
working a little
peg.
more efficiently, I put together
It's
a piece of
different,
software
right?
to try to
No.
that I thought would address and be what's the word I'm looking for? Sort of tailored to the kind of special event. We have a session. We only want to have credentialed
is he talking
delegates
about?
in this particular
I don't know.
session.
It's really hard to
be
listen
able
to both,
vote,
but
to
it's
be able to
also
count those
harder when you
votes, to be
start
able to have
drinking.
it be
This is
secure,
insane.
anonymous, but also auditable, so that we
Cheers.
can validate and
Yay.
feel comfortable with the results. And
More
and,
jokes.
you know, nobody thinks we're trying to pull anything.
Oh, I'll hit him. Hit
So
him.
I've spent a bunch of months. I've got it actually.
I don't know
up
if
and
you
running
heard it
finally,
like during while you were
within the
doing
last
it.
few days.
Wait,
of
wait,
getting
wait.
it deployed
My
out.
nomination,
So,
my
hoping
nomination
to,
for region rep.
you know, to all
One,
interested parties, I want everybody
Ed's
on
beard.
board. I don't want to, you know, thing to do in a corner, and then people are surprised and upset.
I was saying to them while you probably had us on mute.
I already
That-
said it. I already set it up. I already set it up.
Call someday.
Yeah.
It's
come
already
while,
there.
while you were giving your speech, I was like, we didn't know Rob was going to resign, but there were signs.
And everything else. So that's what I've been working on, and
I love how Michigo is trying to sell them on like the digital credentialing system that he made. We can do it anonymously, but still accurately and very audibly. Like I'm like paper ballots, everybody.
Yeah.
And I
Paper
think
ballots.
The way to go
It's
about
gonna
that
pass.
would
Just
be
say paper.
To attend
That's
the
it.
convention committee's very next meeting.
Keep it simple.
Ms. Johnson, Ms. Hamlin, Mr. Thompson.
I'm honestly thinking of like
send him a link to your
making sure I'm
guys' next
registered at
meeting,
my mom's
let-
house
give
in like
them the rundown or whatever, and then
so I
if
can
it's
just
something
show
that
up
they
as a delegate
feel,
and just
I think
cause
it's
all
great,
kinds of chaos.
then
You got to
have
prove I
them
haven't been
make
in
a
the state for
motion to,
186
at the
days.
May
I have to be in the
meeting so
state
that
for
we
half a
can
year
test it at
according to the
convention in June. I
Florida,
think that's probably
like the
No.
Florida
about that.
statutes.
No.
Awesome. Thanks, sir. Region 10, Mr. Leggett.
I don't know this guy. Leggett. Do you know Leggett?
Yeah, I know Leggett.
Good or bad? Indifferent?
He's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
You're
got
muted,
money.
sir.
He's from
True to
Boca.
Kaiser.
Him and his wife are
For that, yeah, I
fucking-
was speaking
I
to
don't wanna say
Mr. Dave
wealthy, but they
Tartaglia
definitely
from
got money.
Manatee County, who's the former vice chair of that affiliate. He is, you know, he was going to head that up. He's decided he's no longer interested in leading that. So I was able to get in touch with a Mr. Stephen Paul Dieter. He's agreed to lead the new affiliate if we can find him
Dieter's
additional
gonna
people.
lead it. That's crazy.
So with the help of Ms. Gansky,
I'm just going
I was able to send out a recruitment email to all LPF members from Manatee, Sarasota, DeSoto, Hardy, and Highlands County. Also in Sarasota County, I got Mr. Chris Simmons, who is targeting his first organizational meeting for the end of May. So hopefully that proceeds through. And that's all I have. Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you, sir. That brings us to Region 11, Mr. Pankowski.
Hello, everybody. My report's on the bulletin board. I don't really have anything else to add.
Great voice.
What region is he
Awesome
does
sauce.
have a
Region
radio
12,
voice.
Mr. Paff.
What region is Gainesville in? Alachua County.
Sauce again.
4?
Miss
4?
Cosma is
I want to say
excused
4.
and
They got rid of the
absent.
map, so I can't tell you
Alternate, do we know
anymore.
who that is,
Yeah.
Ms. Gansky?
I don't think there's an alternate.
I think it's
Okay,
4, though.
then Region 14, Miss Boudreau.
Good evening, everyone. My report is on the board, and
Is it cheating if
the
your
main
wife?
item of interest
Is it cheating if your wife strap on
Miguel
pegs another
Quintero,
man?
otherwise known as Skipper,
Yes.
is going to be running.
If
for
you're,
county
are you?
commissioner for
You're
his
not
district.
watching.
you were very
why would
quick,
you be
Dan.
watching?
I can have opinions on things. The answer is yes.
You didn't even hesitate.
Is it
Like you
cheating
already
if your
knew.
wife
Consent agenda,
straps on and pegs
to
another
appoint,
man?
remove
Nothing
committee members,
romantic.
EC members.
See, the answer
this
is
month we've
yes.
got a laundry list.
Yeah, I mean, like
so I'll read
somebody's
down the
getting
list
off
and then we'll,
somewhere. That
Mr.
wasn't.
Appler.
You could have at least asked before
Yeah,
you
the
pegged them.
website shows Landon K.
Yeah, Josh, you
can.
Marfo,
convinced
you
me.
should only peg the one you
Is that
like.
accurate?
That's right.
It might be, but in any
You never
case,
can't have an
been pegged
opinion.
before. You can't have an opinion. You can only have an opinion if you've been pegged. So
I'm about to
obviously-
save us so much time. I'm about
Well-
to try to save us so much time. Hang on.
Let's go.
I'm gonna try to move to consolidate and vote all at once.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, I'm not an expert.
What's the
on
name?
this
What's the name?
topic.
What's the name of that motion, Josh?
I had to mute you, Mr. Misigoi. So back to
What's
the
it called
chairman's
when you put
consent
things
agenda.
together?
The list that we're gonna be
Consolidate,
voting on here
but
would
yeah,
be to
I don't
add
know.
Mr. Gillis to the
Assemble.
membership committee.
I think it's actually just a motion to call all of the questions.
We
Yeah.
are also
Hang on,
accepting.
Like,
Bill
I'd like
Gansky,
to,
David
you know, I'd
Moss,
like to
I'd like to
move-
motion to go all in.
Committee, which leaves us with no fun
Motion to go all in.
at all. So,
I want to hear them all.
choice to try to fill it in May or wait
Motion
till
to
convention
peg.
and just ask for volunteers for people who want to show up. This is one of our
Y'all
committees
suck.
that we really need to fill, so just keep that in mind. Also, we're going to vote to accept Michael Smith's resignation from Affiliate Support Committee, accept Joey Ferguson's resignation
Womp
as
womp.
Region 2 representative,
Swamp fans down.
Joe Sokol's resignation as treasurer, which would automatically ascend Joe Hanush from deputy treasurer to treasurer. And lastly, accept Eric Cordova's resignation as Region 8 representative and from Affiliate Support Committee. Demetrius
Jesus.
Nanos would automatically ascend to Region 8 representative.
How does
All
Demetrius
those in
feel
favor
about
say
that?
aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Rob, how does
Aye.
Demetrius feel about being the new Region 8 rep?
He doesn't
And
know.
those opposed say nay.
Oh. Great.
Motion carried.
One of the
Or
biggest
the agenda
counties in
carries,
Florida.
however you word that.
Representative doesn't even know he's a
There is no
representative.
unfinished or old business. Item number 10 is new business. 10A is the election of the Region 1 representative.
Hey, Mr.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
sorry. Go.
I was just going to open the floor for nominations, and I know you got one.
Yeah, we would like
to
nominate Ed Appler's beard. No, I'm just
I'm
joking.
just
We would like to nominate Nicole
Skelly
Skelly as
Region
Region 1
1
rep.
rep.
I saw her earlier. There she is. Do you accept the nomination, Miss Skelly?
Libertarians Anonymous.
I guess I can't move to consolidate if I'm gonna
I do.
nominate
Thank you.
Miss Skelly.
It's not cheating if they don't
Are there
kiss.
any
That's
other
bullshit,
nominations
bro.
for Region
Bullshit.
1? I don't anticipate there will be. All right, so let's just do a standard voice vote.
Tim,
All
you're
those
an
in
expert
favor
on
say
the
aye.
topic.
Have you been there?
Aye.
I have not been there.
And those opposed? Those opposed say nay.
Nay.
Welcome to the executive committee, Miss Skelly. I will get you set up with bulletin board and email access.
Who's the Skelly person? We were trying to
within the
figure
next
that
day or
out
so,
earlier.
as soon as I can.
Cool,
Oh, did
not
you
cool?
have something you wanted to say?
Is she hot?
I'm sorry.
I'll show you.
Thank you.
You sound cute.
Here, I'll pull it up
All
because
right,
we were
moving
looking
right
this up
along.
earlier.
Nominations for Region 2 representative.
LPF. Nobody wants to represent Region 2.
Hearing none. Election of a new deputy treasurer. Is there anyone nominating someone to fill that role at this time?
Motion
which
to
one?
peg.
Seeing none, hearing and seeing none. Moving right along. Motion
to
number
peg Ricardo
854,
Maidana.
authorization of annual PO box rental for the LPF official correspondence. The mover is myself. I move that the Libertarian Party of Florida approve
Hey, that the
expenditure
Mises
of
Caucus
$200
meeting started, Mitch.
to rent a PO box. Who is that?
You gotta pass the gavel, Matt.
Somebody needs
I'm
to
gonna
be-
let it go.
For a period of 12 months to serve as the official mailing
Here you
address
go,
for the
Josh.
party. The PO box shall be registered under the
taking me a
party's
minute
name
to
and
get it
used
up
for
there.
all official correspondence.
One second.
This would require a motion to renew every year, brought before the committee no later than 30 days prior to the expiration. The rationale here is pretty simple.
I'll put it in the general so everybody can see it, but I'll tag Josh.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's the right
There we
place.
go, found it.
There you go.
The rationale here is pretty simple. Currently, the all
Who
LPF
dat?
official mail comes to my address, and I don't like that. Just given the political climate in this country,
Looks like
the
Margie.
last thing I want is some
Huh?
nut job showing up at my house.
She looks like Marjorie
so that's my
Taylor
rationale.
Greene.
And
A
I
little
will
bit.
open the floor
Yeah.
for a second.
A little bit younger, yeah.
Mr.
Second
Hanush.
Appler.
like
Thank you, Mr. Appler. Seconded by
MTG
Mr.
without
Appler,
money.
Mr. Hanush.
Yeah, who dat?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
my
So
real
MTG.
only concern
This needs a
about this
Brazzers
is the
title.
timing of it. It'll be just like a month or two before the convention.
Yes.
So if we're doing this every year, it'll be awkward if like we get a new,
Cup
they
size
change the
base,
address
we
like
don't
2
know.
months into
We
the
don't know.
new 1-year term. That's all. But otherwise, I'm in favor.
As I understand.
Oh,
this-
yeah, the
this
MC
speaks to
meeting's
that
happening tonight
specific
too, right?
concern about where
Yeah, that's what I was
we're
trying
at
to tell
convention
Mitch.
this time.
Like, it's going
I
on
don't
right
believe
now. If
that's
you can
going to
get
be the
that
case
going.
moving forward. This
Y'all
year
could
was
switch
Give me a
between the
link.
special
Give me a link. and I can
situation
pull it
because
up.
of location. For example,
Just
next year
text
is
him the link.
national committee.
Copy and text that
Um,
link.
put it in my message.
meeting, annual business meeting.
In like
And so
Discord
we
or
will have
something.
to have our, if we're not going to nominate delegates.
Or
in
Mitch,
June,
you need to
then
hop
we
in
have to
there
do that
and share your screen
next year. and
because you
it'll
need
have
to
be
hop in there
earlier in the
too.
year. So
You
just
like-
something to think
I want to
about.
see Kat tell you what you need to do.
And if we are going to do that in June,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah.
we're
We're
gonna
gonna get
business
pegged
down there.
virtually.
Yeah, you need to get
For the
to you need to get to work, young
any
man.
other
Cat.
debate on the
McElroy.
topic?
Yeah. I'll shut up. Yeah. Yeah, the other one.
Hearing none, all those in favor,
Shut up,
say
Josh.
aye.
Don't join us
Aye.
on this one.
And those opposed?
Yay!
Motion carries. We'll get that
We need
taken care
we need
of.
the J Barfield.
Motion number 855.
I should have Nate. I'm gonna name him next time.
So this motion is a
Yep.
follow-up to one that we
Nay,
had.
I'm a nay so hard,
the ad
dude.
hoc committee to investigate. Yes, Mr. Appler.
I got it. All right. Let's see.
I have a question.
Fire away.
Yay!
Since Miss Kelly was just elected as Region 1 rep, is she allowed to vote immediately? Is she
Yes.
seated immediately?
Yes.
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 I'm
Yes.
not sure if she was probably aware of that.
Okay, well, you need
Yes,
to make
you
her
are seated
aware of
immediately,
that.
Miss Skelly, and entitled to a vote on the board.
You're the woman.
Get over here, bitch.
So motion 855 is a follow-up motion to the investigative committee
right, we'll pull the
regarding
MC in a
former
minute.
treasurer's
fuck.
wish to cancel his restitution payments.
Whoa.
So this
What?
is another one moved by me. The title is Appointment of Members to the Ad Hoc Committee Investigating Restitution Refusal by the former treasurer, Mr. Coulter. The motion.
Who the hell's
itself,
that?
I move to appoint the following
Coulter?
individuals
How
to
old
serve
is
on the
that?
previously approved Ad Hoc Committee, tasked
He
with
was the
investigating the
treasurer who
circumstances
got
surrounding the membership cancellation and refusal of continued
Nigerian
restitution payments
fishing
by former treasurer Frederick Coulter.
thing?
Oh,
Really?
This was like 5 years ago, right?
Two
No,
Longer.
that was like 10 years ago. So Coulter's
Three,
been
Mr.
paying
Michaela, and four, our current treasurer, Joe
basically
Hanush.
he's been making a monthly donation
Rationale
to the
here
LPF
is
of like
pretty simple.
$100,
Suzanne Gilmore and Steve
$150,
Michaela were in the
$200.
LPF leadership during
Since
the time
then,
where this
because that was
happened
what they worked
and have
out with
direct
him, so they didn't
historical
take him to
context.
court
Mr.
and
Vincent
sue
is
him.
an attorney
And
with
basically,
with
after like
experience
I
in
tried to get in on the like the RFK, like the JFC, he was like, "Oh well, if this is what the Libertarian Party's doing, I'm not giving them my money anymore and stop donations, even though it didn't happen."
No, we talked before.
I thought so, but I had
Oh,
it
I'm
since
talking about it now.
No, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Mr.
Yeah.
Hanush currently serves
Yeah,
as
so he
the
tried
head
to.
of the
So he
Libertarian
tried to
Party
put a
of
stop to
Florida
it, but
and
he didn't
assistance
owe
with the
money
party's
because he
assistance
believed and
financial
pledged and
by
all
the
this stuff.
party's
He,
No, he owed money
financial
because he
options.
lost the
This
LPF
committee will
almost
fulfill
like
the mandate established
Right.
in
$20,000
legal,
in
financial,
donor
and technical
funds
avenues
that
of
he's now
recovery
saying that
of the
I don't want to
remaining
give back because
$7,630
Josh was
balance
trying to
for
get
the
money
findings and
back in the
recommendations
black
to
when we were in the
PC as soon as
red,
possible.
and I'm just going to stop giving money
And
because
with
I'm a
that,
scumbag.
is there a second?
You know, now I'm not part of the
Wow.
LPF and the leadership. I can say things now.
Second,
Have
Larry Lewis.
opinions.
He got
Thank you, Mr.
tricked
Gillis.
by
And I
Nigerian
will now
scammers. He owes us $20,000. We're getting that money.
Not once, but twice.
I need to speak to
Rob,
the
tell the
motion. I
truth.
think
He
we
didn't get
were all-
scammed
most
once,
of us
but
were here at
twice.
that special
Back to
meeting.
back.
We know
Back to
I didn't
back.
know
Like that
that.
nigga's Drake
He
dissing
has,
fucking Meek Mill.
I thought it was
reached
just
out to him
once. That's
directly
No,
as
back
the
to
chair,
back, my nigga. Back to
regarding
back.
This, and he expressly said
Damn.
That's crazy. That's insane.
He had
I didn't hear that.
essentially admitted that it was
Yeah,
So
so now-
so there's some kid in
obligation that he has
Africa
to
who
pay
got
based
20K
on
from the
this.
Libertarian Party of Florida.
That he's a grown man
Any
now.
debates?
Probably he was a kid when it happened.
I have a point of not a point of information. I just have a question to. I guess Steven's not on the call. Suzanne's not on the call. Never mind. Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I guess I have a question now. Now that brings it up. Are they aware they're on the motion?
I have talked to Suzanne personally and Stephen, and they told me that they would be more than willing since they were in party leadership at the time.
Okay.
I forgot to add that discussion. So there you go.
I'm getting double.
I'll reach out to them on Discord. I think.
Suzanne's on Discord.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah, so I'll reach out to her on there and get a group chat started between us, and I think we'll just get a legal demand letter. I will bring that to you guys and let you know the implications of that and everything. So
Awesome. Thank you.
yeah.
Any further debate on this particular motion? Hearing and seeing none, we will go to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed say nay.
I'm gonna.
Do you guys want to? Is there anything that we want to see in the
I think
LPF
so.
stuff before we switch?
Not
we
really.
good?
The motion carries.
Convention ain't doing good. People are quitting.
Mr. Vincent, will you
Everybody's
do the honors
unhappy.
of,
Sounds like the
reaching out to
LPF like I
other
left
members
it.
that are not currently on the call and
All right. So are we ready to switch to Mises?
figure out how you
I mean,
Ready.
Yeah, I will be reaching out to them on
I
Discord.
think I'm in as myself,
appreciate
and
it,
they
sir.
let me in.
Thank you very much.
So
Really?
1 second.
yeah,
No, I mean, you are Mises still.
yeah. I
Sorry about
mean,
that.
I haven't been
That
kicked
was
out,
good.
so.
Next item on the agenda is motion number 856.
Hold on.
Motion to extend the reaffiliation deadline for several affiliates. This mover
Okay.
is Miskansky.
All right. Desperately trying to stay alive. Switching over.
Like the committee to
Now we're in the Mises meeting. Welcome, everybody.
remove ourselves or back burner any other committee work. And when I asked
Rob's doing
Hannah,
double duty now.
what kind
Okay,
of
yeah. I
Mitch,
did
are you in there?
Zoho,
Mitch isn't
Yeah,
in
it's
there. I
loading.
am.
she said none at this time due to the focus being on fundraising and membership. And that was yesterday. I had this conversation.
Oh, let's pull this.
So what?
See what they're saying.
I would like to go talk to Stephen and Michaela and see if he intends for something as important as Zoho to be left out in that fashion.
There's not that many people in here. There's only 20.
Yeah, this seems really backwards to me.
Seems like they're just trying to undo everything that was done.
So related to that, Matt.
They're done doing what we've done. What have we become? I'm melting.
He said,
Watch Rob not mute the right channel. Exactly. He's gonna fuck
So
it up.
something was shared to the state. So I don't know if anybody's a state committee that can, or on the LNC can confirm this, but that either the states have to contract with Ken Moman's company for Civi CRM support, or he got
What?
contracted by the LNC to do that support.
Ken
So
Moment, I'm
do
not
you
happy with
know
that.
one
I don't
way or
want
another
to.
what's
I don't want to
going
give him
on
money.
there?
What's wrong with
And,
Ken?
and
Ken
then I have a
sucks.
follow-up comment
Does
about
he?
it.
Yes, he sucks.
I can comment about the stuff with.
Been all right
Civi
every
and
time I've
Ken.
seen him. What did he do that
I
sucks?
just received a letter.
No.
As a state
No.
chair.
Ken's no longer
saying
useful
that
as what?
national support.
Oh,
Rob's
okay.
really
I
trying to
misunderstood.
make him.
No, I just
Ken
don't
stopped
know.
being a useful idiot, so they're letting him go like Woody with Andy. Like, I'm not playing with you anymore. You're not
company he
fun
set up
anymore. I got fucking the
provide
Space
ongoing
Ranger,
support
and we're
there.
gonna fucking win.
So,
This is pretty sad though. There's only 20 people in this.
makes me think that kind of makes sense with the Zoho.
That's
stuff.
great.
It sounds like
It used to be
national-
hundreds.
I don't think there's anything with CRM.
Multiple dozens. It's like 24 now.
Barely.
Used to be a dozen. Now it's like 24. That's
Okay.
crazy. And every face in here I love. Every face in that chat room I love. I've worked with all of them motherfuckers. Mitch, motherfucking, I can see Travis in there. Let me keep looking around.
sure.
I don't know Gretchen. Fuck her. Kat, I kind of know her.
I'm pretty sure she was
Bruce,
Georgia.
Angela, but I
Bruce
think this was a
Majors
little
is
bit
still in with the Mises
different.
Caucus. Didn't that nigga quit the LP because we didn't fucking nominate RFK? That's crazy.
Oh, well, no,
Nate
it's the same
Sims,
thing.
he's
So
cool.
she
Reese,
is
I fucking
suggesting
love
that,
Reese. I
you know,
love
the states
Ed.
stay off
Alfred
Civi
Shaw's
CRM.
fucking cool. Like, all these
But
niggas
if
are
there's
usually
no Zoho
cool, but it's
support,
just
then
like,
obviously
how the
Civi
fuck did we
affiliates in a
fall
different
so
position.
far that, like, we all don't like each other no more?
I mean, this
Yeah.
is just like ongoing.
Yeah, Moment like good
IT
bourbon. Joey got that right.
battles
Moment know how to
that
do.
prevent
Moment know good liquor at least.
political work from getting done. You guys need a functioning CRM. So
Chime in and tell him you love him, Josh. Well, Josh is no longer a member.
Ken's
He's not allowed to be
project
here.
is- I don't know.
I'm not a
I
member.
don't know how
I'm
many
not a
states
member
are still
of
on
the
Civi,
MC. I'm not a
but-
member of the LP anywhere. I'm not allowed to be anywhere no more. I can't come in the house. I can't sit on
Well-
the porch. I can't even look at the house from the motherfucking
Well, the
road.
member, the LP members are, or the LP meetings are public. This is a private meeting.
with like email problems. And
This is
different
a private
things.
meeting.
Yep.
They also don't love me
and
like they
renewal
used to.
issues. I know David Aitken's been having.
I don't think
helping with
Chatterton
this,
loves
and
me too much, but that's
he's
okay.
still contracted to
I
do
don't want
this,
him to love
or
me.
I
He's
assume
kind of
he's
gay,
gonna
and
be
I don't
the
want him
support
sticking in
through
my butt.
So if they ask Mitch to unmute, it's going to be you, Tim?
when we're like,
No,
okay,
it's
we got
Mitch.
some
We're
things
both
figured
in there.
out
I'm in there too.
just for us
Okay.
in your term.
It's just not showing me.
Plus
Okay.
the info that Zoho wasn't going to be.
How'd you get in there?
There wasn't going to be.
They
help
let
for
me
that.
in.
All right.
You got to remember, Tim's still,
but
for most
my
people,
spirit
considered
say
an
we're just gonna stay
organizer.
on Civi
We
for
don't
now.
I am.
communicate well.
Staying on
And
Civi
he is an
because
organizer. Nobody ever stripped him of
contracting
organization.
with Ken.
I was never kicked out.
I don't know.
And I never
Josh
left.
gotta find out
You were
the
never kicked out
timeline.
of Florida?
Should be supported.
I was never
That's what
kicked
needs to
out, and I never left.
And then you kicked yourself out, and I added you back in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, on
I
the
guess,
list,
I
on the
mean,
master list. Yeah.
For those of you
Yeah, I
who,
did.
who
Yeah.
were in this
No, and the
decision-making
Discord.
process,
You stripped
maybe
yourself
just
of the state
continue to
organizer
communicate
thing,
with
and I
each
was like,
other
no.
when you're finding out
I was
about
like,
this.
no.
Could you talk to
Yeah.
Steve
I tried.
and find out what's going on there, so everybody can make good decisions going forward. But
So is Kat in charge of
I would
everything now?
expect that Zoho support paid.
Oh, Beth's
separately
making money off the
would
convention.
probably be better.
She's getting paid
No.
for doing the T-shirts.
Going with Ken.
How many T-shirts
Given
I've
the
sold? I
support
bought
that you-
2.
The
I don't know,
functionality
but
support
they,
that
she's
Civi
they're
has
asking
had
for like
so
not
far.
just the T-shirts, but they're asking for like $900
To make money?
Who are in the trenches
Yeah,
might know
yeah,
better.
to, like,
But
print
California
materials and
doesn't use
shit. It's
either,
not gonna-
So, we have we have our own standalone CRM, and I don't know if there's any plan to change.
So is Kat in charge now? Nobody answered me. Is she the boss
All
now?
right. Anything else for national?
Nobody knows. Okay.
I'm gonna abstain.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, the silence
All
can
right,
tell you a lot more.
So I don't have.
Well,
a
I think
lot
he was
as far
talking to
as the
LPF.
caucus is concerned.
Yeah, I was talking to
I know we've been
LPF.
focused on,
I was the lone
conventions.
abstention there on
Are-
spending $900 on a
one thing,
non-profitable
this is big.
convention.
I
So
want to make sure you
I'm
know.
okay with that.
Freedom. We are going to be at Freedom Fest. Zach Tatum cut a deal with Freedom Fest.
Where is
Where
Freedom
the
Fest
Mises
this year?
Caucus, I
The
am
LP has a restraining order
coordinating
against Josh.
volunteers.
They
So
probably
he will
need
be
one.
on the ground.
I've been
coordinating those volunteers at
excommunicated.
the-
I don't know
at
if Joey
Freedom
meant
Fest.
from the LP or the
And anybody
MC or
who wants
both
to
of
It's
them.
all
Freedom
LP.
Fest,
Probably
if
at
they agree
this
to
point.
volunteer with Freedom Fest, we'll get a free ticket, and I am the person to talk to about that.
I love how there
This
was
is
like.
Well, you
not
wanted to
just
bomb
you guys, this is for
Mexico. Like, let's
anybody-
rack up
any
the
of your
charges here,
members,
okay?
I want to bomb Mexico.
volunteers
Fuck the
Supported
cartel.
Ukraine.
Not filled all the
I want a
spots yet.
glass
I've
fucking
obviously
Gaza.
been
Fuck
focusing on
them. They can
recruiting in
suck it. I
California
want a glass
because it's
Israel
in
too. Honestly, they can suck
Also
it.
the
Let's
Houthis.
just glass Mexico, Israel, and Gaza. Call it a
anybody
fucking
else
week
can,
and call it a day.
travel
Like
to
we
forgot
gotta get rid-
Yemen.
We said we wanted to denuclearize. We never said
and,
how we wanted to denuclearize.
You know,
You forgot
get a room
Yemen.
there for however
Yeah.
many days. You
R-
don't have to
RIP
be
to
there
the
Ooh,
Freedom
the
Florida
Houthis, the
Fest.
Houthis.
volunteer. It's like sort
We
of
could bring
fuck
it
the
back.
Houthis.
We could bring it
maybe
back.
12 or
back.
15 hours,
do it.
so it could be done all in one day, or it could be spread out throughout the
It just
week
won't be at a mansion
at
again.
different shifts.
Uh-huh.
We'll be working
That
on
that 10
deciding
grand ain't coming
shifts
back.
once we get
No.
the schedule worked out and everything like that. So
I
free
mean,
ticket,
that's basically
that's
why
a
we're all
$600
showing up
value.
to LPF
You
Con.
get
Is like, hey,
access to everything at Freedom
There's
Fest.
no
the
more
free
freedom,
pass,
yeah.
KOA
and then you'd just be
campground.
volunteering those
Fuck
hours,
you,
and
no.
then anybody who's Mises Caucus, we'd ask you to
What?
chip in at the Mises Caucus
there's
table
a job opening
if
in the
you are,
papacy.
um,
Yeah, somebody's
if
got to
you
be
have a
the
few
altar
extra
boy
hours
over
to
there.
spare.
It won't be
Although
me.
we do have some people who will
I got a nice little
look
voice. I
like
can
they'll
sing
be
choir.
covering that most of the time, but give just to trade it off and give some breaks.
I just nade him.
Is anybody on this call interested
In doing
in
what?
that and want more information?
Interested in
Fuck
doing
no,
what?
lady. I'm having
Running
a
a
great time
table?
not having to deal with shit.
All right.
a
Please
good
don't be
break.
shy about telling your members in your state about this. It is
Yeah, they're talking about tabling Freedom
June
Fest.
11th to 14th, Palm
Yeah.
Springs, California.
Are you gonna pay for me to go?
And
June
free
11th to
ticket
14th
for
in where,
anyone who
California?
Volunteers, just contact
Oh, I
me.
might show up if it's in Cali, bro. That's like a short fucking flight. I'd probably drive there.
Oh,
if it's
and
in
the
like
Hey,
other
what
part
up,
of the deal
Damian?
is Angela
Fuck
got,
you, Ronan.
Angela got a spot to
Asshole.
like a personal spot or something like that. So,
We ain't missed shit
I'm
yet.
looking forward to it.
SwampCast ain't shy. I mean, yeah, we'll show up. I mean,
What
I'm just
else?
going to tell the
so
truth, though.
Otherwise, so
Don't
we're
expect
working
me to go
on,
there and try to sell your
getting ready
bullshit.
for Freedom Fest. We have our button contest part of that is to tie it in with Freedom Fest, get some new
Palm
interesting buttons
Springs.
as people walk around Freedom
We're doing
Fest.
a button contest.
They get a second
Okay.
look. And
Is this
we
how
get a
far
little
we've
bit
fallen,
of,
boys? We're participating in
publicity
button
there.
contests.
That's a little bit, obviously that's a broader libertarian group, so it's a great recruiting tool for us.
Here's the 2026 speakers for Freedom
So
Fest
if anybody
here.
wants to submit
Adam
I'm
Carolla,
interested.
Kat Timp, Ross Ulbrich, Ryan Holiday, Steve
Bro.
Forbes,
tomorrow,
Kennedy,
then we're
Cornell
gonna
West,
have a,
Brett Weinstein, Daryl Davis,
contest,
Art
and
Laffer,
whoever
Michael
designs the
Malice,
button
Spike
gets- will
Cohen,
get
Dr.
paid for the
Robert
design.
Malone, Renato Mosiano,
Looking for ways
Peter
to
Schiff, Robert P.
reimburse
George,
you guys
Mark
for your,
Skokson,
members
Jim
for
Rogers, Frank Holmes,
activities like
Deborah
that. So if
So,
anybody has
Mark
other
Elliott,
ideas for
Andrew
that,
Gould,
all ears.
This is a good ass show.
Yeah, fuck. Maybe we should
Tim
go.
Onifan, Rob Arnott, Baron Baptiste, Rodolfo
13 months out
Beltran,
from
Tim
Rapids.
Burt Ram,
So we are
Del
definitely
Bigtree,
looking
Tyler
at
Brossi,
ways to start
John
to promote
Chisholm,
that,
Michael
get
Cobb,
fundraising up for
Adam
Grand
Coleman,
Rapids.
Wang
Make sure
Dan, Corey
everybody in your
A.
states
DeAngelis,
is
John
already
Dennis,
planning for
Doc
that.
Dixon, Brian
Setting a
Doherty,
little money
Andrew
aside every
Doyle,
month.
Valerie Durham, Robert Enlow,
God damn.
Dominic
Hey.
Frisbee, George
How many
Blatter, Nick
people do they fit
Gillespie,
on?
Casey Given, Alexander Green, Jordan Harmon,
Call
Sarah,
me as he's
Sarah Higdon, Scott
leaving
Horton,
Grand
Matt
Rapids last
Kibble,
weekend. He's very
Barbara
excited. He
Colm,
said it's a
Michael
great
Levine,
location,
James
and
Lindsay,
he's
Jesse
really working hard
Markle,
to make it a great
Richard
experience
Mayberry,
for us.
Andrew May, Alexander McCobin, Louis, Jesus fucking Christ, Sean Nelson, Grover Norquist.
It's still
Even
going.
Ryan Avens is being advertised for Freedom Fest. Lou Perez, Halen Riley, Daniel T. Richards, Joel Sallin, Larry Sanger, Conrad Schweibe, Seneca Scott, Jennifer
So I just
Say,
wanted to
Michael
do-
How
Sharma,
long is
Aaron
this
Sears.
festival?
At the beginning
Is it
calls,
one
so
day,
Bryce,
2
you wanna
day?
just
It
rehash
is
what you
11, 12,
I have an
13.
announcement
It's a
as well.
4-day. It's a
Several
4-day
conventions
fucking
this month,
convention.
and so
On
anybody
May
else who
10th,
was-
Robbie the Fire will
who had a
be in
convention since
St.
last week,
Augustine as
raise your
well.
hand,
So
and
any
we'll get you
I'm muted
What?
his ass.
time to update and review and that type of thing.
Holy
You go for it,
shit.
Bryce.
All right. Well, yeah, for those of you that were in the call at the start, our convention did not go our way.
Uh-oh.
I lost the chair race 25 votes to 8, and then there was 3 for Moda.
You
Damn!
fucking loser.
Additionally,
Yo,
basically all of
$600
Phil's
to
people
attend
took
Freedom Fest
the,
for a fucking
the
full conference
statewide
pass.
seats.
Hold on.
We did increase our total
The Mises guy lost
number of
by
members on the XCOM
75
board,
to 25.
but
Like he lost by
from
50%.
5 back in 23 to 7 now. But that's
Sorry, I
bearing
muted
in
you,
mind
Rob.
that 4 of those are not
I'll bring you back.
voting members.
we're here. I'm locked in. I'm back. We're done.
Okay.
I guess
This guy,
the big
where's Bryce
takeaway,
from? Do you know?
If you want to try and put a
Bryce
No,
Vaughn?
what's he saying?
saying?
What's he saying?
Oh no.
He's saying he lost his chair
3 of the
race
8 congressional
24
districts
to
are
8.
completely
So he lost
locked
by a
down
50
and
point
controlled
margin.
by the caucus.
Oh, where?
That's what I want to know.
And we even
Hold up.
split
What's his name?
Bryce Thon.
one of the other
Thon.
ones. So I
That's
guess that's
crazy.
one positive you could
ass
take
handed
away
to
from
him
it.
in
But
the chair
other than
race.
that, there was just
Wisconsin,
a bunch of
faggot.
people
Jeez.
last second had
You know what? For all the shit everybody talks about me, I won
valid
my fucking
excuses
vice
for
chair
not being
and chair
there,
race by a
but
2/3 majority each
just
time. I'm
the
just
fact that
saying.
it was last second, it just
That's
kept happening
crazy.
one right after
I'm
the
gay
other.
and I
just
still won. What the fuck is his problem?
blows. Especially when the attendance was
Right,
that
I'm a
small,
fag, and you must be even gayer because
those
you lost
attendees could have
horribly too, terribly.
completely swung things our way.
So couldn't get delegates there, right? Is that what he's saying?
I'm
that what he's-
guessing. Yeah. I mean, that's the
Thanks,
problem
Bryce.
everybody's going to have.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this to you in the chat and here.
Same
it's,
problem Georgia had when we went. They
it's
were
a
saying the
momentum
same
thing. You
thing.
kind of came.
They were
from
worried because they couldn't
behind
get
and have
everybody
been
there.
Working your butt off all year, so.
Oh.
And you've got some really motivated haters there. So hopefully,
Mitch, are you going to give a?
They're all
update
just
for Florida?
haters. They're all just haters. We didn't do
the
anything
momentum
wrong. They're all just
continues.
haters.
I think it will. I think you've started to build
Come
a good
on,
team.
man.
A good
You're not going to
group,
give
and
a
just,
update?
What does it
you know,
matter?
take a little breather and
They know what we're doing.
try
It's
to
for
get
the show.
excited
Do
about
it for the show.
getting
I was doing all
something-
sorts of shit.
Maybe
for
some
the
fun
show.
projects this
Do it
year.
for the
I wouldn't have
Get on
nade.
board
I
with
wouldn't have nade
and-
everything if I
and
wasn't
keep
doing
the
it for the show.
caucus growing within Wisconsin. So you're.
I sure
ready-
love that another
ready
comedian's
to attack
performing
next
at the
time.
convention. You know,
They're
good,
gonna,
good for
you know,
him,
they're
dude.
so lame.
Yeah.
with
No,
This is
wouldn't
gonna
give
be
him
great.
free, but you know
It's
they got to pay this guy.
it's
They're gonna have to
sad
pay
'cause
him.
we have to watch.
Yeah, they should pay him. Really.
Watch it all go down.
Actually, you know
Are they
what?
not paying him?
That
It's
is-
a job.
that's
No, it's
another
no. I
thing,
was.
too.
Yeah, no. No.
They're
I was
not
not
paying
mad
the
at all.
comedian.
There was a very strong emphasis, at
They're
least
paying.
on
No,
my
they're
end,
gonna pay
Hold
him.
on.
during we had the chair debate yesterday, and I had put a very strong emphasis on the fact that our fundraising was basically non-existent during this last year.
You poors.
And in spite of that, our chair has decided
This
to
guy's putting me to
not
sleep.
form a fundraising committee. So
Yeah, because who are they going to fundraise from?
Great.
The fucking poors in the party that don't have money anyway?
also,
The 30 people that were at convention,
our
Josh.
Other
Yeah, the
state organizer here in
the 30
Wisconsin,
people
who spent their
entire
that they're
fucking
going to
life
try to
savings to be at
blackball
that
him from
convention.
every ad hoc
he lost horribly at.
committee.
I'm
So
gonna go get another soda while this
The amount of
clearly
coke
he's under their
mental
skin
imaging
in,
fucking drones on like a fucking retard.
I would say, a good way, because this can and will be used against
Josh almost
them
said
if they
nigga, and then he
continue
didn't.
down this
He did
path
not
for the
say
next
nigga.
2
That's he
years,
said. Well, this
especially since they're trying to claim
This
that they're
motherfucker.
pro.
he held off on it. That was
unity.
crazy. He's.
You know,
I only
you're not-
said it
you're
because
not counting.
I knew
You're not
he
counting.
didn't even
That's
say
why.
it. I was quoting
Yeah,
what he
it's
was
all-
about to say.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna misquote people now. What they wanted to say. What they were
He
about
was
to say.
saying nigga. He was.
Also words.
He said this nice gentleman.
Lip
You
service.
don't
It's all
know.
lip service. And there's no action behind it. Okay, who is next? Travis, you want to
Sounds like Ben Stein. Ben
Anybody
Stein has a
hand up,
memorable
so I'm
voice.
just gonna call
That guy was fucking droning. Don't you
Oh,
dare
West
disrespect
Virginia
Ben Stein. I'm sorry.
Red eyes.
Yeah. Clear eyes.
Meeting yesterday.
Wow.
We enacted some bylaws so we have 4 officers and 3 at-larges.
His name sounds
on our
familiar.
executive
Travis
committee.
Boost or Boston. Where's he from?
so
Yeah,
we
he's on the
changed-
LNC with me. Travis
still have the same
looks
4
like
officers that the normal 4
Hobbit in
officers
the Lord of the
everyone has,
Rings,
and
but
now
a
we have
version where they
2
just got
directors,
completely
a
destroyed.
legislative director and a outreach director, and then
Travis is a good
6
dude.
Travis
regional
is a
I was
good
gonna
guy.
say I didn't
All
say
of
he
these are
wasn't. I
voting
just
members.
didn't remember where
But
he's
he's
from.
just loot. Yeah.
I said, "Where is he
Mordor.
from?" And you said,
No,
"Fucking
he's
Mordor."
in
Yeah.
our
He's the
Discord,
Mordor,
too.
So basically,
Jesus.
if we're fully
Oh, he's from the
stocked,
Yeah,
Shire.
Barfo
from
says he's there. Yeah.
7 to
Yeah.
12.
Destroyed in Mordor.
Yeah. Boss is a
regional
great
members
guy.
are-
And
are
I also look
voted
like a
on
hobbit
at
that
the
didn't
annual
make it. So
convention
what?
by members of their region. So we filled 3 of those.
I
at
just
the
forgot where he
convention.
was
So
from.
right now we're sitting
West
at
Virginia. Okay.
9
I can say hobbit. I am a
members
hobbit.
of our
What?
executive committee.
Hobbit, please.
The chair did not change. I was reelected vice chair. Pretty much every position was unopposed and done by acclamation. So no
Wow.
drama and not much change.
So it's only where the haters
new
were. That's where we.
Only where the haters were, there was
Yeah.
no
Let's
change.
see.
Where,
a lot of y'all know Dustin
where our allies
Blankenship.
were,
He's our
no change as
legislative
well, but in a good way.
director. So he's going to be
Yeah.
organizing. No, he's
Gee,
our
it's
outreach
almost like
director.
it's
So he's gonna
similar
be
to
running
the
social
United
media and
States
stuff of that
ideological
nature.
makeup.
Look at where Boss
He
is from.
doesn't.
West
Our
Virginia.
Discord says West
I
Virginia.
did defy
Yeah.
the
Okay.
caucus
Yeah, that
anymore,
is
but
right.
he's
That is
aligned
right. Yeah.
ideologically, and I don't.
He
see
could
that as
really
a
build
bad
a
deal
shire,
there.
dude. He could come to the
Let's
hills.
see. And then
West
It's in
Virginia is
his
very
DNA.
hilly.
2 of the regional reps
Robert.
are either Mises
Can we
Caucus
have
or Mises
some
Alliance.
grace
I
for
can't.
our
I'm
friends?
just saying. I'm in
I'm
Florida.
on
It's
the
flat.
show
There's
tonight.
beach.
Jesus.
I can't
Best-
cut
best
into
that
the
we
hills like he
increase the
can.
size of the committee, but the-
Get more
Rob,
dirt.
any
Build a
balance
mount.
of
Build a
power
hill.
has
Rob,
to
you
be the
live
same
in the
and
coastal
drama-free
plains of
as
Florida.
usual
Of course you
for
can't
West
dig
Virginia,
into the
so
hills
nothing-
like he
That's what
can.
I'm
nothing to worry
saying.
about.
He's in
not
West
a hobbit.
Virginia.
He's a fucking dwarf,
Next
first
year
off.
for
Second of all,
Oh,
he's
no,
actually
that's
a pretty good
disrespectful.
looking
That's
dwarf.
that is
would be
disrespectful,
where
dude.
I'd
That's
really
fucked
be
up.
worried about
Second
something
of
going
all,
on.
third of all,
I was a
I
little
skipped over
concerned this
second,
year
like I'm
'cause
fucking Joe Biden. But third Third of all, if anybody's to hobbit here, Rob, it's you fucking coming out.
I said that. I've been saying that. I've been saying
in
that.
your pipe.
Tim, he must have missed it or stepped away when I did all me Hobbit material.
You are a Hobbit, though. I'm not.
I know that I said that
I'm
already.
just reaffirming the Hobbitness of Rob Vincent.
But I'm saying he would be a better Hobbit because he could just cut right into the hills.
Better dwarf.
You're going too far. He's not a dwarf.
No, I'm not going too far. He's from West Virginia. West Virginia's mine. Dwarves also mine. They live in mountains. He lives in mountains. It's making sense if you think about it, Rob. You just got to drill down a little further and stop having that average IQ
mining,
thought
drilling.
process.
Okay. You might have me on board with mining and drilling.
I need you on the on the right side of the bell curve, not at the peak.
Look, I'm willing to, and we can discuss this. We'll see what he wants to be. Let him choose what he wants.
The bottom end of the bell curve are saying dwarf. The top end, the peak of the bell curve is like it's a Hobbit.
We got 11 people watching right now. That's insane.
We have just as many people are in this meeting.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Do a poll. Is Travis Bost a Hobbit or a dwarf?
Do they even know who he is?
That's all.
Is Rob a Hobbit or a dwarf?
Yeah, we can do Rob. We can do Rob.
Yeah, is Rob a Hobbit or a dwarf?
I don't mind. I want to know. You talk about this mining thing like it's a factor in dwarfism.
Already pro-gun state.
I'm going with Hobbit.
This guy's voice sounds like iDubbbz.
Not much. We've already
Tim, you can pin him, or Mitch, pin him in the chat.
Yeah, okay. So the roast of the LNC got squashed for the LNC meeting in 26 because people were retarded formally. We should just do the roast of the LNC informally. We'll find a way to make it happen, but we need the roast.
We'll just do it live on our stream.
Yeah, we should just start roasting people on the stream.
I mean, hey, if you think about it, 12 hours, 24 hours of shows, we can do the roast one of those days for a couple hours.
We can roast people as they come by. Hey, you ugly nigga, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. So schedule wise, we could come up with games and shit like that, like to keep the time going while conventions in its lulls.
Oh, trust me, as we get closer to NatCon and Grand Rapids, we're gonna absolutely come up with shit to do. We're gonna have man on the street interviews in the hallways. We're gonna do fucking just all kinds of dumb shit. I promise.
2 to 4 years,
This will help inform the question. Do you have second breakfast
or
not?
Rob, are you eating second breakfast or not, nigga?
That's the damn question.
Sometimes I have third breakfast.
Hobbit.
I do be loving some breakfast.
Be a Hobbit.
He's a Hobbit.
Damn it. Well, that's okay. I wanted to be a Hobbit. I didn't want to be a dwarf.
Just like Kanye's ex-wives, you're a Hobbit.
Oh, no.
I'd rather be a Hobbit than a dwarf.
Before it came through.
As a party and as a
I'm doing it already because my boyfriend told me he liked it like that. So good thing. Yeah.
You can get a discount.
Yeah.
You can get it. You can get the lap dance here for free.
If you have any specific, that might be something to start to put down on.
Kat, you have a lawsuit to prepare for. Come on.
They don't. You can't give it away yet. It's not over yet.
Arkansas was.
I almost did the same thing.
You put Kat big up on the screen here since she's the only one who's live and active other than Bruce.
Just trying to think who is my most recent state organizer.
Ooh, that'd
be
tough.
Jake.
She looks like Adam's family.
Delaware had their convention this weekend. I haven't gotten an update.
I would, but it would have to be.
I have no idea.
Would, but only after a couple drinks.
If you guys recall.
I want to have plausible deniability that I was drunk when I fucked her.
Barfo, we will revisit that subject at a later date.
Yes,
we have the documents. Yeah, just have to wait.
Rob grows a long bottom in his bathroom.
The former chair. Why can I not remember?
Well, you leave Neville out of this, guys.
What's that, Andrew?
Irene.
I thought I was a short
Irene
bottom.
was the chair, and she resigned last summer. and
Baby,
so
you caked up
there was
enough
like
to
an
be that
auto
long bottom
ascension,
boy.
and I just
All
don't
right,
know,
Rob.
like,
Rob, you are
if there was
currently a
any
hobbit with 83% of the vote.
interest. I mean, obviously they were
That's
ascended
pretty.
for,
That's a pretty solid
I'm gonna cut a
victory.
slice off that ass,
you know,
boy.
a lot of controversy
pretty,
back in what 2021.
decisive.
I'll leave it
that,
open in
but
case people want to
these
sway the
days,
vote. But
things
yeah,
seem pretty
it's
calm
currently.
there. So I just haven't heard an
Ladies
update
and gentlemen,
from the
Rob
state
is
organizers
absolutely
there.
a hobbit, and I'm a
Indiana
fucking
recently
dribble
had
that
a
ass like a
convention. We
basketball.
have
Let me tell you.
I need to hear from the
basically
one
no
person who voted for
real
dwarf
presence
and
there. We
why.
have a handful of people.
That's what I need.
Arkansas
I don't know who
and
did it.
Illinois
You know.
or Indiana are places where I could
Yeah,
use
probably.
You gotta be good.
assistance if
You gotta be good
anybody
looking
is
to
like
be a
sort of
hobbit.
out
Somebody
of
just hating
your
on Rob.
convention mode. I am like full on.
Yeah, you're right. Like
convention modes, it's really hard for me to work.
No,
on
you're
these other
right. Like,
states right
let
now.
me turn her down.
But
Hobbits are like
I do
smaller,
have
right?
some
But they're proportional. Dwarves, but dwarves are small and unproportional. They have the giant heads and like the weird shaped bodies. But hobbits are just miniature. So I think you're onto something, Josh. I do think you have to be attractive to be a hobbit.
However,
Bob's a good-looking dude.
Thank you,
Bob's a
but
good-looking dude.
I didn't
I
say
will
it wasn't. I'm just saying it has to factor.
Thank you, Josh. You're also sexy as fuck. But you know, after a couple double Whataburgers, it turns it. I'm towing the line between dwarf and hobbit is what I'm trying to say. It's pretty
That's
close.
Look, you had second breakfast and third lunch at that point. You gotta digest a little bit, Rob. You can't look at yourself in the mirror right away. You gotta digest a little bit. Don't step on the public scale too early, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I need a like 72-hour fast.
You gotta hit the public scale on the way out, not on the way in. Duh.
I've been sending RFK emails. He hadn't responded, so I'm just trying to figure it out, really.
Oh, bro, I can't wait to get back to Florida and step on a scale, like one of them public scales.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see how much weight I put on because none of my fucking clothes fit. I ain't bringing my suit 'cause my suit don't fit me no more.
Wasn't gonna re-seek.
Bridget the
and
midget.
I haven't gotten
Smash or
Bridget
pass,
the
Rob.
midget, smash or pass.
kind of knew going in.
I guess Rob would know who that is. I don't know who that is.
Tim, put her up on the screen. You can.
I gotta look at Kat for like the next 20 minutes. I'll get it ready though.
They're fine. Massachusetts is doing good, and they are like
Unless somebody else pulls it up, and then I can.
I'm pulling out. I'm trying to figure it out.
progress
Trying to figure it
the
out.
guard this year, so they're.
I'm just gonna Google
I'll just
Bridget the
wait.
midget because I'm not.
I'll just
really,
And their caucus is, you know.
I don't know.
Who's doing what with their caucuses?
Or gaining steam. from
Joey,
that
did she
work.
get arrested?
So yeah, putting in these.
Was she
these
an
issue
arrested
coalitions
bitch?
Does really activate people, gives them the wins to keep going.
Oh, sharing screen.
Oklahoma.
Is this
don't
her?
Really
Let
didn't
me
really.
turn Kat down.
Bridget Powers. Oh yeah, would do.
Yeah. Oh, you can see your titty in that one. Hang on.
Hey, come on.
Hey.
Listen, just because we're members only doesn't mean we don't get in trouble, okay?
Oh wait, sorry. Okay. Well, this is for educational purposes. only.
Okay.
Strictly Bridget. But for those of y'all who don't know who Bridget the
Hang on, let me
midget
start touching my balls real quick. Hang on.
Smash for sure, Bridget the midget.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good job, Joey.
Why would you not like Joey? Since you posed the question, why would you not smash Bridget the midget? Is there like a reason not to?
Well, his generation, they were like all about finding wives and stuff like that.
Jesus.
You know, like they weren't trying to smash just to like get it off the checklist,
Mitch.
but for sure, like get a midget.
Mitch, you
Fuck a midget.
smashed Bridget the midget, right?
I would, simply because this would be one that would forever be a story.
Hell yeah.
No, well, she's hot,
You're not
too.
doing it because she's attractive. You're doing it because like that's something you can have
Yeah,
under
yeah,
your
yeah,
belt
that's
while
it.
you're
Okay
drunk at the
with
bar with all your
Washington,
boys.
but
I tell you about the time I fucked a midget.
I'm not into toes or feet, Mario.
Who cares? You do it anyway. It's for the you do it for
No,
the
I'm talking
story.
to the chat. Talking to the chat. Yes, I agree with you, Josh. I'm talking to the
Do
chat.
it for the story, boys.
There is no update from
For the
Angela.
chat,
so
you do it
last
for
I
the
heard
you
is
do it
Uh-oh.
to save
Hang on,
the
hang on.
kids.
They're talking about Angela.
Hold.
at the federal government. So any potential jobs that anybody was looking at are, I believe, still on hold.
They're stringing her along.
Yeah, I haven't heard any.
That's
other
about
updates.
Angela. Yeah.
I know she was frustrated how long it takes, but we voted for this. We voted for all these.
We voted for what?
For cutting spending and freezing hiring and stuff like that.
What?
Okay.
That's how there's.
We
That's the
we
spin.
agreed to
Alabama's
fuck
That's
our,
the
we
spin.
voted to fuck our own people over is what she said. Like, yeah, we
nervous
voted for
about
tax
Alabama.
cuts,
If
spending
anybody
cuts,
can
and all this.
help
So
out
yeah, of
there,
course, Andrew's going to take a little bit longer
it's
because we didn't actually
possible
ever see the
Sam
table.
doesn't
If you got a seat at the
in
table, you
Alabama,
eat right
but
away.
I
You
don't
don't
think
wait
that
on
there's
your
another
food.
candidate that's stepping
That's
up.
the
So
fucking
if you guys
problem.
have
You got
any
to
Did not get a seat.
table. You better
contacts
get
there
served.
and can
That's all
push
I'm
somebody
saying.
into that chair position,
If not, you're going to be
we
asking the
can,
waiter, what the fuck?
you know, get somebody a
What?
little more based in there. Sam was Mises, and he kind of split from Mises last summer. And
Who is that? Who'd she say?
Sam? I don't know. Sam.
I don't know.
He's
Sam
not.
I am.
I don't think he's anti. He's just not really doing the caucus thing. And I know that the state organizations are pretty frustrated with his leadership.
That just pissed me
Missouri's
off.
coming up. I need to check in with Jax and see what's going on there. Colorado's coming up. I haven't talked to them recently either. Yeah, I'll get to. I think somebody on the.
It's like when your son says he's got a hot date, and then he
Florida's
brings
coming up,
home his
and I know they
boyfriend.
were making calls today.
You
So
still
we
love
will
him,
be
but God, are you
working hard on
disappointed?
Florida. That's
Like,
amazing. Oh, Mitch, you're on the call.
Depends. If
oh, Mitch! Oh, they're asking for Mitch.
And what can
Hold
I
on.
do to help?
I'm muting him so he can talk. Here you go.
Yeah, basically we've split up the list. We have about around 280, I believe, is how many people we have that we have to contact. A little give or take on that.
No,
And we've
Mitch
split it
getting
all up
doxxed right now.
four ways, 35 apiece. Actually, correction, it's about 178 that we're going to be contacting, split up about 35 ways apiece, and we're going
There's
to be finishing
180
that up
people on
all
that
throughout
list?
the week here.
Yeah, but not
Okay,
all of them are active.
Cool. And then that is.
No shit.
Did you?
Those are
end up-
just for the people that we're trying to get out to convention. We also had a good deal on today, kind of going through the list and seeing who either left the state, who is no longer with the Mises caucus, or
I'll come back to
who
you,
has
Damien.
we've unfortunately had fallings out with. So
Right.
there was a little bit of evaluating the list there too.
Hi, Josh.
So is that
I'm on the
178?
list.
Those are like formerly or currently active
Weak tech.
members.
That's
Or
right.
does that
Those are all people who we need to
I've
contact to
offered
try
to
and
come
get them out
back
to
and help y'all
convention
losers,
so that
but
we
y'all
get
don't
them
want me, so you can suck a
credentialed
dick and get
to
fucked, I guess, at this point.
go
Vote.
to.
I'll
to
come in
Grand
there and
Rapids.
fucking magic
Do you
fucking
think-
wand your
did you
whole
look at, like,
operation
the
back
sort of
together.
the incoming list and that type of thing? Were you able to get into dynamics
This is
for that?
this is
There is no
your
Was not
leader
able
now.
to get into
You've
there,
gone
but we do
from
have Chris Allen,
Mike
who
Heiss
we're going to get all
to
squared
Angela
away with
McArdle
that.
to Kat
Okay.
McDory.
If we need
Yes.
any help with that, I can contact you.
Yeah, and just I can just set up a quick.
Everyone
CRM
here is a
training
more
whenever
active
he
member.
needs
That's
that.
right.
So
Everyone here.
See,
I'm
this
like-
CRM training is like, just
Is
get us in,
Matt
lady. We're
reseeking-
fucking
Are you
in.
guys electing chair and is Matt reseeking?
I'm out of honey.
I don't know what's going on with Matt.
Matt is
The thing with
reseeking.
Florida is a lot of the positions
No,
that we have
Mitch,
right now. There's a
no.
big
God.
problem with
Get in there,
apathy on the
Robert.
state level.
Nope.
As we're speaking, the Florida LPF meeting is going on, and several people are resigning from several different positions. So there's a lot of
Movement.
things going on. So right now we're just focusing on getting people to Grand Rapids because we know if we come out in numbers, we could still get those people all set and everything.
Okay.
That's a good
So
answer.
are
I like
these-
that.
But there are
That's
XM
good.
elections, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, bitch. It's a
Okay.
convention.
Every year.
Every
What else?
year.
Okay. North Carolina is coming up. North Carolina has been a drama queen state since
Good job.
last.
He's n-
at
I don't know
least
if you can
last
hear.
summer.
There,
Unmute
Rob.
yourself.
For 4
You
years.
got your fill of me talking
was
on the
good.
meeting.
Currently have no
Yeah, good job.
organizers there.
Yeah,
I
good
do
job.
Not a
have,
strong start, but
you
great
know,
finish.
Good relationships with several people there,
So she
and I
said-
get the
Hey,
information.
She keeps
going
asking if
forward.
there are elections, and we're
Um,
like, yes, bitch. Every
I am
fucking
just gonna
convention,
try to,
there's an
like,
election.
do a,
That's what they're for.
Yeah.
broad
And she's
Mrs.
running
Caucus
this.
call
Come on.
soon there and see if I can get a little extra interest going on.
What else was there? Matt is
It's
running again.
unfortunate North
For sure.
Carolina's a
Yeah.
big
Running again.
state,
Yeah.
and,
Okay, he is running again.
Yes.
I wasn't sure what
yeah,
his
we'd like to
his
see them get
Yeah.
past
He's
game
running.
plan.
We're not opposing him.
interpersonal drama.
Okay,
Ready.
not going to oppose him.
And
Okay. I
yeah,
gotta
Well,
go
because
back.
I
getting
figured
passive
we would
aggressive
just focus on
DMs from
Grand Rapids and getting that going. Because at
No,
this
that was a
point,
good
with the
answer.
way
Yeah.
No, that was great.
with the
that was
way
great.
and I,
And
no, I was
then
being
lots of
serious too.
Oregon,
Because it's like
Will
when
gave an
with how apathetic everything is right
We'll-
now,
we'll
what
revisit.
can we yeah, we
Yeah.
have to wait and revisit it.
No, I'm saying we'll revisit that whole conversation after. 'cause-
They happen before the
yeah.
election, and all the candidates are in, and it's 9 positions. and 9
Okay.
candidates signed
So
up.
Damien wants to know,
5
in my
candidates
analogy,
are
where your
some
husband
Jesus
or your
caucus
not your
people, always
husband,
have been solid.
where your
There's
son says he
one
has a
that
hot
he's
date
our
and
guy.
brings home a
There's gonna be
man.
a little bit more debate there, but
Do you still
my
love
job
him?
is ours.
Even if he's the girl, do you still love him?
So first off,
You
my
have
son ain't
to.
gonna bottom nobody. That's just first and foremost. Even if he's gay, he ain't bottom. Second of all, yes, I still love my son.
Yeah, you gotta love
Like,
him.
yeah, you know, it's not a, you know, the Bussie's still decent, I'm sure. Like, I'm gonna make sure he still has standards for the Bussy if he getting it. Like, my man's still gonna pick up a solid like 8 out of 10. It just might have a dick attached to it, is all. You know, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't think there's much disagreement in the analogy, but bringing it back to the source, that's how I feel about the Beast Caucus. Because I still like you guys, even though you fuck men now. It's just not what it was told me to be. That's all.
So basically, like the Mises Caucus is like a gay son, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that was my analogy.
Yeah, the
It's
Mises,
like the
yeah,
Mises
kind of
Caucus.
great analogy, Rob.
Yeah.
I still love the Mises Caucus. I'm just like, I'm disappointing it's bottoming for other people right
That's
now.
right, right.
Super
Yeah.
disappointed. Like, I want to like take the Mises Caucus back under my arm and like take them on like a man day together and be like, son,
You just say, you can do better, son.
you can do way better than this. You
Yeah.
don't have to be the bottom. You can be a top.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you're gay, but don't be a bitch.
What if he brings home Chase Oliver?
You can be getting bitches.
Oh God.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, fucking a former presidential candidate's a pretty big come up. I'll give my
Yeah,
son
true.
that.
Yeah, true.
All
Hey,
right.
hey.
Hey, props to the good pun. That was good.
Hey, Damien, good pun.
Attendance usually look like
Analogy.
Nice.
Analogy. We're gonna use that one this week somewhere.
We're gonna use it at convention.
In our roast.
Yeah.
All right, I think our record is like 80.
The roast of the swamp.
Yeah.
Just drop that. I'm
Oh,
gonna
and
drop that.
It takes a lot of.
We're gonna roast everybody.
obviously management and planning, and you need a larger space and that type of thing.
I have to
but,
watch a lot more retardation, so I have some good material.
Yeah, but it's still hard to get.
So we're gonna do a warm
Give
up.
Damien a shout out.
Yeah.
I got
how
you, bro.
many, how many members we have in the state, how many
We'll give you a
caucus
shout out,
members,
Damien.
how
But
many
we're
people
gonna
are
do a
on
warm up
mass
to the
roast. Like,
to the
full-
LNC roast
not
at
our
the
mass
LPF
roast, but our
convention,
full
right?
database in California.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna roast people that are there.
Yeah, that's what
Like
I'm saying.
that's how you get them on camera. It's as they're.
I don't know if
walking
we're doing
by.
a for, I don't think we're doing a
It's gonna be hard to
formal
make sure we
roast,
have,
Damien. We haven't
whatever, 80
scheduled
caucus.
anything like that. We
Listen,
could.
listen. Last year we had
Yeah,
the
so
second
are you
biggest
in
stream to
control
the
of that
official.
information
Okay,
right now, or do
this
we
year
even have
we're
it?
surpassing them. That's the goal. Okay,
I have spies.
All right.
We're gonna have more people watching SwampCast for the LNC.
I don't have direct.
Oh, and by the way, Tim,
on
I
Yeah.
don't think there's even going to
who's
really be good
attending
live streaming because C-SPAN ain't going to be there this year.
Oh no, yeah. LNC. I was talking about
No, we're
yeah,
doing both.
That's fine. Yeah. At LPF, we're doing a roast at LPF.
Immediately.
That's what he's saying. A warm up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Just making sure I know who's coming in here.
We'll just do it live on the stream.
And
Why not?
All right.
Just like
to be
as
honest,
people are walking
Adrian
by,
just made
there's
that
beardless
position
Ed.
visible for me
Used to be
last year,
cool,
so
then he
I'm
cut
not
his
doing
beard
it.
off. Now he fucking sucks.
No, but what I would
but I know
say
people who
is
are on
reach
it,
out to a
so
few people and
they'll
let them
sort of
know
be
and see
keeping
if they
tabs on
want to be
that.
a part of the roast.
But
And
as far as the
we could
caucus
just,
list, I
have it
caucus
prepared
list
a
just
little
for
bit
the
better.
benefit
You get a
of,
Max Henry to show up. Talk shit.
Yeah,
Get
hold
him
on.
out.
Get who to show up?
we own
Max Henry.
the lists.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I do have all the
Yeah.
caucus lists. I have.
I don't know, just
control
some people
of,
that would be
everything except for the
energetic
Twitter
and
account
lively.
and the Facebook page.
Wait, what?
And the state Discord. Adrian has
Oh, talking about
refused
California.
to turn anything over. as far as that
Adrian
goes.
told you to suck it.
But I have the list, so I've been making all the calls. And Shane's on here too. Shane's been busy, but chips in when he can.
Yeah, if we want to work that
to,
hard, we won't.
to
No one's
do
going to
our
ask
outreach here
anybody.
and our
We're going to
recruiting.
do it all by the seat of our pants. That's how it'll end up. Mark my
Sounds like
words.
you guys are gonna have fun.
Yeah, so we have a 90-day seasoning, so that was today. So that's why I've been like this past month. I've just been like trying to get,
Oh, clarification, Rob. You and I were talking earlier. It's 30 days to submit a
any
bylaw motion
existing
in Florida. So
members
they have 8 more days.
renew their
We
membership
could
or
submit a
whenever
motion
they have
today.
time, but our convention's not until July, but today was the deadline for the
Just saying.
seasoning.
We need
so
to submit Ed's
I was
beard
in a
as.
push for that.
Oh, like, can we just run Ed's
just
beard
sorry,
like
reading
as
these
the Mises
messages.
candidate?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
You can do whatever you want, Rob. It's a free country.
Yeah, Alpha, I think
Yeah.
we did go over the Pennsylvania. Yeah, we went over the
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
what happened in
And
PA?
last year?
Ed's
or
beard
last
is now
month.
detached from him, therefore it's not
Okay,
Ed.
so that
and it
covers
told
the
me it would run for chair.
conventions. Andrew and Travis, Bruce has a question in the chat. He said, "Is the LNC selling the national headquarters building, or just thinking about it? And are they thinking of being elsewhere, another region
There's a lot
of
of
the
chats
country?"
happening.
They're selling it.
I know that Andrew Watkins is our resident expert on that, but he's not on the call. But I think Chatterton and Boss
What are you doing, Watkins?
have most of the updated
Jerking off,
information.
touching his balls. Do 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 do.
Go ahead, Travis, if you got
I
anything.
think the latest. We definitely want to sell, and the intention, what we voted on, was to put the money aside that we get from it until we're completely sure what the requirements are for the usage of that money. Now, what it does is.
Oh my God, that money's gonna sit in limbo
gets
for
us out
10
from
years.
under all the
That
maintenance
money
and
ain't never
upkeep
getting
costs,
spent, boys.
for that building and taxes and that sort of
Eventually,
thing.
I'm gonna
So
become
we can't
LNC
spend the
chair,
money
and I'm
we
gonna
get,
spend it on hookers
but
and
we're
blow for
also
myself and Mitch.
not
There you go.
burdened by the expenses.
Just me and Mitch, though. Sorry,
That's
Rob,
fine.
you can't
I
come.
believe it is.
I missed that. Sorry, I was going through something real quick. I was like, something happened crazy.
Rob
remember
saw his
what's
stepsister's ass
confidential,
in
what's
that
not
dryer.
confidential.
when
He's
they-
saying-
the stuff that
He's saying they're gonna sell the building, but they're not gonna touch the money because
Stephen
they
was
don't know
trying
what they
to
can do with
get a
it.
better deal. Was that in
Yeah,
public
you're gonna have
session,
to.
do you remember?
You know what's crazy? I don't know how much they pay Oliver
I
Hall,
don't,
but he's not a very
unfortunately.
good attorney, or as far as like I'm concerned, because
I
like
don't know one right now
he
either.
just doesn't like. Maybe he
Okay,
practices
so
well
I
when
think
something
what's
happens,
helped
but
is
it's like,
that,
why is he not already
owner of one of
reviewing
the
that?
buildings nearby was
My
offered to
grandfather
buy it,
used to
and
go
we
by my
gave him a
kind on
price,
Facebook.
and that's
Yes.
I think that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Shout out to Mike Hunt.
And
Yeah.
that offer was to buy it as is, which was
Yes.
right.
And
Of course, he ain't
I
fixing
think-
that
I
goddamn
think
roof.
there was some-
You ain't
some
fixing
discussion to
shit,
try to
nigga.
Fix some things, get a better price.
I think they are
real
putting it
estate
back
agent,
on
all
market.
kinds of stuff.
I
Which
said they're
they
gonna
are.
sell it as is.
Andrew had already Watkins
Yeah.
had already kind of worked out was
They are. The neighbor gave like a lower. Stephen told me this. The neighbor gave him like a lower offer than what they were thinking, and
Yeah.
they think they could get like $100,000 more for it.
Oh wow, that much lower.
Yeah.
What's the building worth? Like market value?
He said they had it appraised for like 7 something, and then the
700?
700,000. Yeah.
Good
and then,
Lord.
Yeah, and the neighbor wanted to give him 6 something for it. So there you go.
There was
Okay.
discussion about
Yeah.
we take the money if we have to use it for a building, we're going to get a better building in a better
No.
location for
No.
sure.
No,
That's what the
no
idea is, but
building.
We have not had any of those
No.
End
discussions.
the
We haven't got
party.
that far. Where we're at right now is sell it and then go from there.
We don't need
that
a
answer your question?
building. Let that motherfucker burn.
Yeah. 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 Get him. And then get the insurance money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah!
And Ted is
Insurance
muted.
fraud,
muted,
fuck
Cat.
yeah!
You're talking.
The
you're muted.
Libertarian Party
I was
commits
talking.
insurance
Okay.
fraud.
Brad, you're on the call. You
Fuck
want to
your
give us an
principles.
update
We're
on your
making
convention?
money,
I forgot
baby.
That was.
Or here's what you do. You go,
between the last
we
meeting
would
and this
sell it to
meeting."
you for $600,000, neighbor, if you burn it down.
Yeah, our state convention is
Hold on,
coming
Nevada.
up on June 21st,
June.
and
Where?
I don't think there's going to be
Where? I'm gonna show up.
a
Nevada.
whole lot of interesting stuff going
Thanks,
on with
nigga,
it.
that's
Our
like-
chair, Jeff,
Las Vegas or
he
Reno? We got two
resigned,
fucking
and then we
choices.
put him back in as our temporary chair until the convention. I'm not sure who is going to take that place. Pretty much everybody that's active in the party right now is pretty either in the caucus are caucus friendly. So I don't expect there to be any big surprises. We're doing the convention in Reno this time. This is the first time we've had it outside of Las Vegas, and so I'm not sure what the
That's when you're going to be in Nevada, Mario.
Like.
Trisha Takanawa, get your ass out there.
Oh, we got a reporter.
Get your ass out there.
And I guess earlier this year, I moved to the chair of our county, so I'm in charge of organizing the convention mostly.
Good for
up
you,
here,
bud.
on top of doing the county stuff, on top of doing all the other.
This guy has
state
more than
County
the
stuff.
other guy.
I like
so
this guy. I like this guy.
Not a lot of time.
I like
busy. Yeah.
Brad
I don't
Carpenter.
know there'll be a
Heard
lot of
he's
surprises.
gonna be
We've
in
got one
Reno.
guy, George Stamper, that's a decent guy.
Reno,
that's,
what a
offered
great
to
place.
step in the chair.
We've been there. We've all been there. It's been
Just
great.
based on everybody doing something already. I'm not
I heard he
sure what
likes
options
the
are.
whores
in Reno.
Trying to fill up the party
in the
again.
in the Playhouse. What do they call that place? The Play Bunny Ranch or no. What
Bunny
do they call
Ranch.
it?
Is that a
The-
two-day
yeah, Bunny
convention or
Ranch.
one
Yeah.
Who was the guy that
It's
was
just
going
one,
to Twitter
yeah,
fight
we'll
and
come
y'all
up here and,
photoshopped
try
the
and knock out
lineup?
the business.
Who was that guy that wanted to fight
Probably
you, Josh?
between like 9
The
or
redhead.
10, and
Oh, James
usually
Wiley, Willie.
That's right.
speakers
Yeah.
around lunchtime
Yeah.
Oh,
and
fuck
wrap up by
him.
2 or
Oh,
3.
don't
Yeah.
worry. I ain't forgot about
It
James,
shouldn't
boy.
take very long.
Wait
That
till
was
I
it.
see
Might
him in
try to
Grand
make it up
Rapids.
for
I'm gonna
that.
bend that bitch over the table and
there's not
stick
a
my
bad
dick
drive
right
from
in
here.
that booty hole. I'm gonna show him what
What
that
am I
wild
missing?
goose goes. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give him all the loving his daddy never did.
It'll be good.
And I think before you got on the, did you
I'm
hear?
gonna turn to
we
his
talked
Uncle
about Freedom
Henry real
Fest
quick. I'm
before
like,
you-
come over here, boy. I'm gonna
you got on
I
there.
put you
know.
over
I
here
did not
behind the
agree.
furnace.
So I want to make sure
Bend
you
over,
guys know
touch your toes.
specifically
I'm
in
gonna show
Nevada,
you where
Freedom
the
Fest
wild
is in
goose
Palm
goes
Springs,
real quick.
California.
Come here,
You're gonna play
boy.
train. He's gonna play
And,
tunnel.
we are coordinating volunteers for them. I know you guys have
Bro, you
done
might
that
not
in the past,
believe
so,
it. He gonna be the tunnel.
I am the
I'm gonna
point
be the
person
road
for
runner.
volunteers,
Wally
so if
Coyote
anybody
gonna
in,
slam into the butt cheek real quick. That's
especially
what I'm
in Las
saying
Vegas
here.
area,
Man, you're gonna be a
wants
drop of
me
rain
free
coming down. He
ticket
gonna
to
be a
Freedom
bucket. You know what I'm
The
saying?
last thing that
That's
man's
how-
gonna hear before he just
direct
get his
them
whole
my way.
butthole filled is just
or if you want
me me.
That's what Chuck did. You just walk up behind him, like you just go,
anybody
me.
or
That'd be hilarious.
Man, he
What's
about
up,
to be a
bitch?
lawn. He about to be a lawn, and you're about to be a lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? About to be.
I'm the
Nah, I
contact
like
person.
Train
I'm
and
gonna give
Tunnel.
him
That
that
was better.
ride on,
Interest,
boy.
even if they don't
I'm gonna
really
ride
have additional
on. John
information,
Deere
please
that ass. What you
in
know
touch
about
with
it?
me.
Ain't nothing wrong like a queer.
He just a walnut needs some cracking, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna split that.
All right,
Split
I
that
think
apple
that's
wide
kinda
open.
it. So
Take me a nice juicy bite.
Want to remind you guys there is a skills survey. Please share it and also check the results.
No skills survey.
Particular skills.
Not another skills survey.
Cat, what is going on now? When
I
joined
just
the
want
caucus, we
you
were
to
like,
fill
we're
out
basic fucking
surveys.
niggas. Now like skills survey.
I want you to get
bureaucratic nonsense
onboarded.
is this
If
shit.
you have not,
I want you
filled
to get
out the
onboarded
Defend the
and-
Guard survey
and
for your
take our
state,
dynamic
Amy
training,
still keeps track of that.
and fill out
gotta do the onboard
skill
training
surveys.
for
update what's
for
going
a
on in your
decentralized.
state.
You gotta do decentralized
Anybody in
revolution
here who's
training.
not
You gotta
in
do
the
training for the
signal
revolution.
chats, the
Oh, we got to get up in the signals,
chats,
bro.
please
That's
do
where it's
that. It's
happening.
kind of a
It
easier way for
goes
us to
down
have
in the
more localized conversations.
doesn't go down in
and
the
back each
Discord
other up.
anymore. It's the signal chats where it's at.
I guess so.
It is because they know fucking
think
Discord's
that's-
infiltrated.
Oh yeah.
I
Infiltrated.
think that's my
Because they know
main
signals
agenda
infiltrated too.
items.
Didn't you see them fucking Pete Hegseth leaks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowhere
Anything
safe.
else that you guys want to share, comment, question on?
Not yet. Not yet.
You're going
We're
to
not-
jail.
And we will.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, I just
Wow.
want to say I really hope that CRM
I don't think
thing
so,
is a
but-
miscommunication, because if that's true, that's so retarded.
Wait, what's retarded? What happened?
Because you would be in jail.
Yeah, as soon as Travis talks to Steven, hopefully we can get some updates out for you guys.
What would be
What's up,
retarded?
Reese?
PA, what's up?
2 questions. The first, I must have missed this in one of the chats just because I've been so busy. But like when
I've been so
Angela
busy in speech
resigned
class,
from the
I just couldn't make
LNC,
it
there
to
was
the
talk
meeting.
about she was going to take a position in the administration. Has that happened? What position was it?
Yeah, Bruce asked, so there's still a hiring freeze as far as I know.
Ah!
So
He's trying to piss me off. Why are you bring this back up?
He's not one of us. He just did that to make him look bad.
So there's been no
Damn.
update from her. Is all I can
Damn,
say.
that's crazy.
I don't.
And then I have another question
Oh,
about the dissident
What are you
media.
talking about?
Oh, dissident. Hang
like
on.
company firm thing. I know it's not
Yeah.
exactly the caucus, but I know it was sort of designed
There's
to
a
be
lot
a
of people.
funnel into
That's
the
Michael
caucus. I
Heiss's
mean, has
company.
that
And
started
Lepore
to
and all of them are on
pick
there.
up? Are we getting people funneled in from that? Like, I haven't really seen
So-
anything on that front.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Hold him accountable. Let's go.
This is pretty recent news. I think I can share
don't
this.
like Reach no more?
Michael Heiss. when
I like
he
the
got,
questions.
Yeah,
Keep
was
it coming.
You know,
It was
when
a
he lost his
legitimate
contract
question.
with the
Like,
LP,
hey, has Angela gotten the position we
he
were all hoping that she
decided that he
got?
just
We're all
needs
excited
to
for her, and
completely
like,
disconnect
hey, can we funnel some
everything.
people
So
in from
he is
dissident
leaving
media
dissident
instead of just
media.
having them
There's
consolidate
also,
everything?
I want to hear a
there's
bullshit answer. Hang
another,
on.
Heiss is leaving.
Organization
Hang on.
that
Heiss is leaving
doesn't-
dissident media.
isn't doing anything, but is like a placeholder that his name was on, that he's leaving, and we're trying to decide. We need to decide in the next month whether to shutter it or continue it or what.
Reiterate, Barfo. I didn't hear.
So, as I don't know what dissidents' plans are. I don't think it doesn't seem like they're just completely shutting down. But Michael has left that board, so it is still Amy and Dylan.
Like, I feel like Nelson
Dave
right
Casey
now, like,
and
hang
who's
on.
the other guy with the podcast?
Josh
So they do have podcasts that they're doing and
Mike
stuff.
took a mushroom trip and was like, I need
you
to
know
just
what? I
focus
don't
on me,
know
bro.
if that's all switched over to the dissident platform. That was the plan. For you guys know what I'm talking about, the Smots,
Wow.
Dan Smots and Dave Casey.
Uh-huh.
I think the plan was to get like that was going to be one of the, flagship media things that's
Bro.
going on at Dissident, and then bring
Neither one of
other
those guys are going to go for
influencers
that shit.
in. So
No.
I really don't know, because that got set up as a completely separate entity. There was
No.
early discussions of it being sort of a funnel into the caucus and working together, but
Yeah.
we never
God, she's terrible.
we never came to an agreement.
Oh,
on
Nick's
that, so it's
coming
been
on.
a
Nick
separate entity
Celesty
from the
of
beginning.
the Liberty Libations.
And then-
Also was
You were like,
on our
Liberty
show.
Libations would love to be a part of
Have we
Dissident.
worked at like a high
Nah, he ain't
level
gonna do that.
on
I'm joking. I'm joking.
like messaging and like pitch for getting our members to turn out to the national convention?
That's
We
Because
could
I
bring
think,
Libation
we're looking
Nation.
to start to have to convince people to show up, and I just don't know what I'm going to tell them. Like,
Oh,
come
this is what we
and
were saying
vote
earlier.
out the people
Yes.
that we
That's
just
right
voted
now.
in a year ago. I mean, it just.
Yep.
I don't know. To me, that's a hard pitch to make.
How do I do the
'cause it
clap?
sounds like well, what's the
Clap, clap, clap. There you go.
what's the
Yeah.
I guess
Good job, dude.
like
Who's
what's
this guy?
the confirmation that we're not going to make the same mistakes again and things like that. You know what I'm getting at?
Yes, I know exactly what you're
Okay.
getting
Yes.
at. It is heavy on my
We ain't about to
brain
make the same-
recently,
Fool me
and
once,
I don't have anything
shame
to tell
on
you
me.
right now.
Fool me
But
twice.
it is definitely
Well, I
something
can't
that
get
I
fooled
know
again.
needs to happen. ASAP.
You know, we're going down. I'm writing it out.
Okay,
to the
thank you very
end.
much.
We're
Nick?
going down.
Yeah, but
So when you're saying
they're going
that
down,
Heiss
Rob.
is
You're not going
disconnecting
down.
from
You're gonna be
everything,
here
is
right with
that
the
he's
swamp,
stepping
having a
back?
great time.
Like
Yeah,
Have
we're
the
gonna have
biggest
fun.
intention
stream
is
at
for
the
good, Don, or is he
convention. We're
stepping
gonna have a
back
great time. We're gonna roast
for the
everybody
time
there. Who
being,
gives a
kind of
fuck
getting
what
his life in
happens?
order, doing
Yep.
doing that, and maybe
By,
pop
by,
back
by
in
the
at
time we
some
get to
point?
Grand
What
Rapids, so much
So,
is going to
let
what
me
was the
evolve that
thoughts
we're going to be in a
there?
way different
Where
spot,
is
I
he
promise.
actually
We're
on
going to feel
stuff?
way better about Grand Rapids, I
He
promise.
needed to not be on
agree.
any, like, officially on any boards. He is still in chats with us. I was actually just gonna see.
Once
I don't
again,
think he's left the Discord.
my door is
Um,
always
They're
open.
expecting
If y'all
Mike
want
to
to come,
leave?
come wave my
I
wand
didn't
and
see
fix y'all
him
Yeah.
leave, and I
welcome
see
shit.
all that. So
Yeah, he's still
Tell
in the
Kat,
Discord.
I'm always still
So
here.
yeah, this seemed a lot more of like he needs to not have his hands in so many different organizations and just put 100% into his financially providing for his family. So yeah, and unfortunately the LP screwed him on that one. So
No, the broke nigga strike
he has
again,
to-
Josh.
he has
She
to
really
Broke
needs
nigga
to stop
strike
answering
again.
for
start getting
Heiss.
back into
If she
something
understood leadership,
that
she would
works,
stop
you know,
answering for Heiss.
standalone for that.
This is something to ask him, not me. Period.
And Tim, I don't know if you were waving or had your hand up.
No, I was
Did you have
clapping.
something to add?
I was clapping. Those were good questions. That's all I wanted to
Yeah.
say. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Tim cameo.
Good job, Tim.
I didn't want to say anything.
Okay. Ryan, since you're still on,
They were good questions though. Like
That's why
how do we-
I was clapping. She thought I was raising my hand.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
how do you
Dumbass.
like how
there
do we like
is
how do we keep fucking
something
people
going on that
motivated?
came up with
Like
Texas.
everybody's
Find it,
fucking
my
dropping off in
messages.
droves. Fearless leaders fucking taking his ball for the third time in 3 years and
Chair
gone
for
home
life.
with
Oh
it.
no, it wasn't Texas. I don't know why I thought it was Texas. Is anybody
Like,
on here
the
from
fuck are
Minnesota?
we
I
doing?
don't think so. Okay, I will reach. It was Minnesota. I don't know why I thought it was Texas. I will reach out to Minnesota. All right, we'll get that going.
Fucking
All right, that.
Did not
Any
come
other
prepared.
questions?
did not come prepared.
I think, and if anybody, as far as that last question Reese had, marketing towards 2026 convention, I just
Gotta
did.
revisit.
I did a ton of calls, the last couple weeks, and onboarded some new members and that type of thing, and.
I'm about to start
I
asking
was
some questions.
reviewing
Hold
a
on.
bunch of our just
Come on, don't hold us hostage longer.
core documents.
You'll wanna hear.
Platform, the our core values document.
Core
Those
values?
things
What
that
kind
you
of
guys,
corporate
you don't have to
bullshit
read
is
and
this?
sign
We got
for the
corporate
NDA,
values now, bro.
Our
organizer
core
agreement.
values are the
I was
three
looking through a
R's:
lot of that stuff,
retards,
and,
racism,
and also
rape.
making the pitch for like what it
Retards,
is.
racism, and rape. I like
This
it.
I
The
just
three
every time
Rs,
I go
just
through
like
it, it's like this
Rape,
project,
retard,
like
retardation, and
it's
racism.
such a firm foundation, like
Yeah.
and it's
Right.
very
Right.
it's
Those are
like
the
this
three
We're gonna show how
R's,
racist
core
we are,
values on
and we're
leadership.
gonna get
commitment that we all
retardation
have.
so
And that
retarded
was
we
actually
can't
one of the
quit.
things I think in the core values was like, this is long term, and we're looking for like any little things we can do along the way.
How far we
The
fallen.
Libertarian Party, we are not a party first.
Remember when we
organization.
were the like the
Libertarian Party, as
counterculture
I
of
was
the like
thinking through
entire
this, is
LP?
really like our
We were just some like
it already
asshole kids.
existed.
Just
Three hard
kicking the
Rs.
door
already had
down.
this structure.
Yeah, pretty
and this
hard R. We were
foundation,
some nigger shit.
and we're just
not even nigga, nigger.
using that because it
We
makes
were
the
just
most
kicking
sense
your
for us
door
to use.
down
It's
and
got the
taking your
libertarian
shit and
word,
being
of
like, what the fuck
course.
you gonna do
It
about it?
has
Now
obviously
we're like,
founding
we have
principles and a
values.
platform that we
We have
Read
core
our corporate
values.
get on board with and
statement
all that
real
stuff, but
quick.
we're
Yeah.
using that
Read our mission
foundation
statement.
to
Yeah,
build
our
up
mission
the Mises
statement
Caucus
is
vision.
The
whole thing falls
antithesis
apart.
of our
Like, I
entire
was just talking to somebody
organization.
yesterday who is a new member, and
Okay, I want to hear. This is what I want to know.
if you talk to somebody who's like new and fresh, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't even know there's factions," but like, the Mises Caucus is the only one that makes any sense, and like,
No, it makes sense
we are
on
the
paper.
plurality, and there's a reason for that because we're actually working towards something. All of the anti-Mises
I don't
people
even know what you're
are
working
just
towards
like
anymore, girl.
anti-Mises, like they're working against. It's a negative. And they don't have
I'm
a
not doing
coherent
anything, so
vision
I don't
like
even know
the
what the
old
fuck you are
guard
working towards.
that in California, it's always just like, put as many people on the, running for office as possible. Everybody gets burned out from that. And
that's what you're doing
I
right
remember
now.
Before I was
You're burning
involved
people
in
out
the
without
Libertarian
even having them
Party,
running for office. That's tragic.
it's just a joke.
Running for
Like
internal
all those
party political office, which is
Libertarian
worse.
candidates
and getting
that
burnt out.
acted like
yeah,
they had
at
a
least
chance
you're
of winning, but
running
they
fucking,
didn't.
like,
The Mises Caucus
for
like
public
plan of
office.
like,
At least you
no,
have fucking
whenever
regular
we're running
people you're
for an
talking to
office,
here and
there is
there.
an objective here. It's either a winnable race, and so it's not a joke. Or
There's
if it
no
is a
such
not
thing as a
winnable
winnable
race,
race
and
for
there's some other
libertarians.
purpose to it. We're not going to pretend like we're going to win, state senator or something like that, or U.S. senator.
We're not going to
So,
pretend we're going to win some
I mean,
state
it
senator
is
either.
like it's
Not
it's
that we're gonna
hard to
stop
lose
pretending
sight
we're
of
going
that,
to
but I
win
would
county
say for
council
those
when you
of
got
you who are
fucking
like
people who just
doing these
moved in there
pitches
2
and
years
getting
ago
more down,
running.
like reviewing that
Running
stuff.
against people
You've
who've been
probably
living
read
in
this
the
stuff
town for
fairly
20, 30
recently,
years.
but just
Like,
reviewing
Josh,
like
why didn't
what
you run for Hallandale
those
City
core
Council? That would have been
things
way more
are,
effective
what
of your
PDR
time and
actually
money.
is. Like when you
no, I would
explain
have
it
to
to
spend
people, they're like, oh
$20,000
yeah, that makes
to
sense.
get
Like it gives
2,000
everybody a
votes
direction.
because
of
everybody
into
else
a
running
struggle
for city
session.
the
council was
slog
30
is
years in
that the
fucking Hallandale
conventions
Beach.
matter, and they suck a lot of times. And
Go
there's
fuck
some fun
yourself,
things.
Ronan.
We get to see each other. We get to hang out.
I
but
know
they're
you're trolling me
expensive
right
and they
now.
take time, and we have to
Honestly,
do all
Ronan's
the
not
other
too
like
far off from the
bullshit
truth, though.
stuff and
That's how most of the LP is
bylaws and
treated. Like,
voting. And
well,
it takes forever.
Trump's
and,
better than Kamala,
and we're
so
all
let's
like
just go in the
anxious about it and people
autopilot.
don't
We can
show
figure
up.
it out in 4 years if Trump
But
isn't running
that
for
is
re-election.
the way we get the structure that
Why? I
exists
kind of want Trump
to
to run again in
become
2028. The
functional.
LP don't got a fucking solution,
And
and they
we
ain't gonna
did
fucking
take a big
try.
hit.
So
We took a big
at
hit.
least give me 4 more years of Trump again.
part of that was we didn't have the numbers
Lessons
last year.
learned.
to
Lessons
really
learned.
put forward.
Lessons learned.
So we were left with what we were left with, and we took a big hit, and so we're now back in this underdog position, and asking our members to like keep slogging through this. But this was never like take over and then you're done. And I think a lot of people early on who came with Dave Smith, it was take over, nominate Dave Smith, and then there's like no step 3 in their mind. And so when step 2 didn't happen, it was like, oh, well, we're done.
Steal underwear? Question
there
mark.
is
Profit.
those of us I think who have stuck through this.
I mean,
see that there's
that's
that
a
long
lie.
thing, and now it's a matter of
join the
finding
caucus,
core
take over the party,
workers
run Dave Smith,
in our
have a
member
base
membership
fucking
among the incoming
presidential
lists
campaign
who
that
will,
we can
you know,
fucking
continue
use
that
to
on.
fucking
And we
recruit
just,
more
you know,
people.
Yeah, we all knew
Yeah,
it.
step 2 is
Yeah.
fucking
where we are
highly
is,
like
you know, I
step
know
3
I have
was
some ideas
highly,
about how we're gonna have to
contingent on
market
step
this
2 going
broadly,
through, and it
but,
didn't.
put some of these thoughts together, share
I like
them.
how
let's get like juices
Pat
flowing
Leisner,
and
Fat
figure out
Pat,
what the best
is
pitches are and
on the front
and I
page of
think
the
this can be a
LPF
collaborative
Con
effort going
Yeah.
forward as well. What's
website.
up, Reese?
He's lost a
Yeah, just to
lot
like
of weight
vote on
since
that
then.
too.
Yeah.
Pat does
Yeah,
not
I
look like
think,
this at all anymore.
Like that's all
dude.
really good.
Reese
and
is back.
That's
Hold on.
helpful. But I think like the one thing that like I'm searching for and like I guess sort of like pushback facing from others is I feel like we need an explanation as for like
The why.
why
Thank
people
you.
that we supported in DC switched on us, and what we're doing in the future to prevent it from happening again.
I don't
Because
really
you
care
know,
about that. I
I
want to
think
know
sort of the
mission.
question is because we elected most of the people that we wanted in DC, and so I think that sort of then begs the question like, why should someone show up to vote in Grand Rapids if the same exact thing can happen all over again? Everyone can just turncoat. Now we're in the minority again. And so I think just like having a succinct and coherent and somewhat short to explanation of what went wrong, why they sort of left us, and what we're doing differently to not have that happen again. I think that's sort of what I'm searching for.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't a pitch or anything like that. This is just sort of like an honest answer of
Okay. Let's hear you
going
lie.
into the DC elections.
Uh-huh.
That slate was like, who's willing to do this job?
Yep.
You know, the
That's
LNC
honest.
is
Yep.
like
It wasn't
a
the
lot
best
of
foot
work.
forward.
It's a
It
lot.
was whichever
Travis
foot went
and
first.
Andrew can probably speak
Y'all
to
could have
like,
had
you know,
Josh,
how,
and y'all got
how much time
Rutherford
it takes,
instead.
how
Just
much
saying.
anxiety it probably puts on them. And then there's the
You
travel
know, I'm just
component.
saying, everybody who
I
bitched
know
about
for
Stephen
a lot of
Nikayla, if
people
y'all would have just
that's
voted for me
prohibitive.
instead of Hannah, you wouldn't have had Stephen
there's,
Nikayla. You had Josh Loftus
you know,
in chair
like,
right now. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of reasons why
What a
it's
world.
not something people want to do.
What a world. What
And it's
a
a
time. What a
volunteer
life to
position.
live,
So I
Tim.
think like fundamentally and structurally,
I
we
mean,
have to,
it might
we
happen
do
one
have
day.
to think about
Might
in the
happen one
long
day.
term.
Nah, I don't.
How
there's still
can
time.
a party like
There's
like
still
ours
time, but I don't know if
be
it'll happen with me
successful?
anymore.
We can't
Okay.
treat
He's
you
going
know,
to join the
the
Libertarian
people
party.
that are
I've
volunteering
told
like
you, I'm
crap.
forming
There
the
has to
Libertarian
be
Party with
some
Vermont.
benefit for them.
We have lost faith in
so
the
I think
LP,
that
so we are
I
forming
know
our
that
own
going
party of
into picking that
libertarians
slate,
because all you ugly
it
little
was
KOs
definitely
are
like,
fucking it
well,
up
this
for
is
us.
the best of the people that are
That
willing
timeline's
to
troublesome.
do it. And if you guys remember,
Hey,
Nikayla
I
was
need
like,
sunscreen,
we
so-
Hold on. Hold on. You can shit on
we
Nikayla for a
were
second.
kind of not sure if we were going to put Nikayla as at large, but he had been like, you know, reasonably willing to work with us, and there wasn't anybody else who was stepping into that
I mean,
position.
us Florida
Then
people
on the
told you
floor,
guys like,
No.
we didn't
Hannah
nominate
lost
Stephen. We
VC,
didn't nominate Stephen
and
at
there
all.
was a
Can
a
somebody tell
thought
Kat she can
to
suck my
slot
whole
her
dick
in
sideways? I've
to
always
at
been
large.
here.
That's harassment.
And
Can't do that.
I remember
Man,
like
give
just
me
sort
the
of
keys. I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. Send me
being
back to jail. I don't
concerned
give a
that if
fuck.
we changed the slate, that
Yeah.
we'd split the vote and we'd lose the slate. Well, we'd lose that.
I
one
will
spot,
run
right?
against whatever
And we
candidate
wouldn't
needs
have
to win
control.
for y'all so you lose again. Just on
see,
purpose.
And
You
the
see, the
other thing that
priority
we were almost going to do
the
it.
priority
and we
shifted.
realized that we had
It's
missed
not
the
about the
deadline
right
for the
message or the
nomination
strategy or
and
whatever.
Hannah
It's
had
maintaining
a
control.
chance.
It's so annoying.
And she wasn't trying to, because she was willing. You know, she was like, I'll do whatever. So that was Nikayla. We specifically kept Adrian off that slate.
You
And then he
specifically
snuck back
kept
on
Adrian
through the
off
region
that slate.
system. When he was not able to win that spot at our state convention because he didn't have the support, so we had other people go in. But then
I support
they
Adrian. I'm just gonna say.
maneuvered to
Yeah.
resign and have him step in as alt, and then he negotiated this
trying to
at-large
imagine
position
an
that he's in once
LNC that
Nikela got
involved
boosted to
me,
chair. So
Stephen
there are some
Nikela,
things we did, like we
Adrian
did
Malagon,
keep Adrian
Robert
out on
Vincent,
purpose.
Karen Ann.
But we had to do it in a way that he wouldn't
That would be
destroy
terrible.
everything on the way out.
Because there's just so many personalities that don't like each other and do like.
He was
like the
gonna
funny
do it
thing is, like
anyway,
all of
one
us would
way
be
or the
like, we
other.
love each other fairly well, but.
So
Karen Ann
yeah,
needs
so
to
I
go.
just, but I do think a fundamental issue that
She's gonna be at LPF. I'm dragging her on the show.
I don't personally have the answer.
I think
is
I'm
like
going to tell her my original thoughts about Karen Ann when I
compensating
first
this-
was introduced to Karen Ann back in 2012.
just the time
It's like,
that
damn, this bitch
people
got
that
pink
join
hair. No
LNC
wonder the LP
have
isn't
to
taken
put forward to
seriously as a
this.
fucking organization.
And there's just not enough funding coming in right now for us to say, as a caucus perspective, that we're going to give stipends to our caucus LNC members. But maybe that's something, if we're able to really boost
I don't know why they
fundraising,
said
that
that
we
to
could
me.
chip in for any caucus members to be on the LNC, probably not pay them enough to cover their actual losses, but make it chip in something
you gotta
like that,
bribe
or for
the MC
state
now to be on the
to
LNC
look at
because
something
they
like
know
that at the
it's
state
fucking
party
Yo,
level,
pay me.
state party
garbage.
chairs.
Pay me. I'll take
Just
that money.
absolutely
Sponsored
get
by
trashed.
sponsored by the
Rob,
Mises
let him know
Caucus.
I'm still
I
here.
think
I'm still
fundamentally
here.
that's the root
Mitch,
cause.
let him know I'm still here. Tim, let him
we're
know
acting like
Josh
communists kind of
Alaka
in a
is still
way on
here, and
this.
if you're paying,
And I think
I'll
that
work
plays
it.
into it.
We're getting to
Those
the
are
real
just my
part of the
thoughts,
meeting.
though,
We've got
and
through
I
the
don't really
bullshit.
have
We're
a-
getting to the real
like
shit now.
a pitch or a solution for it.
I got
Nick?
Yeah, hey, Kat, I'll go to Grand Rapids
Well,
on the 17th.
Just something
if
you
you
said
want to
there.
pay
So
for it.
Adrian wasn't one of the elected LNC reps going from California.
No, he
Going into
he
the-
so the path for
Cool.
that was after, let's see, in spring 2023, right before the Angela papers came out, around the Laney drama, the California region
The
rep
Laney drama.
resigned.
Dude, this
That's
is
Terry
bitch
Island.
talk.
Laney
What are
was
we
a
doing?
fucking bro. I don't know how
And
anybody
the
doesn't just
did
admit
not
Rob,
get
I
a
am-
full
fed.
region position, and Adrian got
Rob,
put
I'm right
in
there with
as
you.
the region rep, which is done at
Like,
that
no,
time by
that
the
was
state
there was
ExCom
no
because
need
it
for
was
you
in
to.
between conventions.
There was no need for her to do
So
that.
Adrian was the region 4
I,
rep.
she's not
from
like
spring
just
2023
just
to
throwing some dumb shit.
2024
Bro,
convention.
last time
Laney
I
was
swear,
fed.
one of the last times I spoke to Heiss, I straight up told
our
him, I don't know
convention
what
last year
happened
was
to land her in
about
charge of
1/3
everything,
Mises,
but
I'd
it
say,
is
1/3
absolutely
haters, 1/3
fucking
A
neutral,
mistake.
around that. Adrian
Yeah.
just doesn't have
Laney
the
was a
support.
Fed sent from fucking
He's made
Microsoft
a
and the
lot of
fucking
enemies,
government
and
to
so
infiltrate
it's
the
very
MC.
clear that
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
why we're
yeah,
at
and
where
I
we're
would have
at.
fallen for the honey pot
was
too.
going to get elected.
No,
I
my
know she was a fucking smoke show. I would have sucked that
Yeah.
I
asshole
was not part of
dry
these
through a
conversations
straw.
directly
Yep.
with him.
Yeah.
It all
Jesus.
was.
and I would have let him spit it in my mouth.
Afterwards, see, Rob,
we're all
me
How
and
far
Rob
would you go?
spiritually, as much as me and Rob fight, we're spiritually on the same page constantly. Like, I would have sucked her asshole dry through a straw, let her spit it back out in my face for the fuck, and I would licked it all up clean.
That one.
Yep.
And
But
I think by
she
then
had a
Mer-
crush on my
Meredith
buddy
had been
Jimmy.
on alt
Like,
already.
I
Jimmy
think
should have
at
hit,
that
bro.
time, so
Yeah,
I think
Jimmy
coulda hit
shoulda.
the Fed and being out.
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
got elected as region
Nigga, that
4
bitch had
rep,
Microsoft
and
money.
Gary
You could have had Microsoft
Alstead
Bill Gates
as
money.
the
Instead, we
alternate.
got dick.
And I heard
Gary
she likes the
resigned
cocaine.
last June.
I want the good questions back. They're talking about Laney something. What was her last name?
I don't know.
What was her last
Rager?
name, Mitch?
I don't know. I'm just making names up.
See, they don't remember. Laney something. That's all I remember. Everyone just called her Laney. That was
the
it.
rest of the LNC put Adrian into the at-large spot
I'll find it.
with a basically brute force that through. No nominations. Email ballot.
Brute force. Yeah, you mean they got the votes?
They got the votes.
That's a wild story. That's some wild work there.
People here still think that he's not going to reseek chair.
Party.
Adrian?
No,
He is
Steven.
though, isn't he? I was assuming he was.
Are they talking about Nikayla? Nikayla's definitely.
No, they're talking about Adrian.
Specifically said one way or the other yet?
Oh, in California, yeah, I would see Adrian
Yeah.
seeking chair out of spite. People, That's the thing. People in Florida, like in California, actually really like
the
Adrian.
XCOM was enough
Like I
fun
talked to a lot of the
Adrian, or they didn't have
California Dogs,
anyone
like,
else
yeah, he's
to
an
put him
asshole,
at
but
that.
he's really
Well, she
good at
keeps
his
telling
job.
us. She keeps telling us that no one likes him in California. He's not.
Because
Gonna
she
win.
doesn't like him.
She doesn't like him a lot.
Yeah.
Rob, I
More
can tell
than
you
bro.
that is a lot. A lot of people like he is an asshole, but he's an effective asshole, so we tolerate him.
So I couldn't find Lainey, but I found another Lainey with 13 mutual friends, and she's kind of cute. So I'm gonna send her a friend request.
And
You should
so
do it.
started isolating them from me.
Rob's like,
Have at it, buddy.
Rob's friend
And
request
then,
button is would or would not, and it's always would. Would.
Would.
So they,
That's how he's on Tinder. He's just like right. Wait, whoa.
Interesting.
That's a man.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely make some mistakes every now and then, but you know.
Yeah.
Look, law of averages, my guy. You're gonna get one fucking smoke show once in a while.
Exactly.
Somebody else had their hand up.
You gotta go through some
you don't throw
balls.
bait.
I respect it.
Oh wait, I want to hear Nick.
He
Saselski.
talked. Yeah, he
Did
spoke
he?
already. Yeah.
Okay.
They
Did he
somebody
say that's
else
a wild
did.
story?
That
Did he
was
say
me.
that was him.
What's up, Ryan?
He's gonna
I think I was just going to ask. Generally, are any of like the big like names that have kind of generally supported the caucus in the past, like Tom Woods, Maj Touré, are they still like kind of supporting the caucus in any way in the background at all? Because I know they don't specifically mention the caucus anymore.
Maj is probably our, like, of those, sort of.
You think
more
Maj is
well-known
the strong-
ones. Maj has had just the best, most consistent support of us as possible. He doesn't have the reach of some other people, but he's just been fantastic.
The last thing I saw from Maj
always has
was
our
him
back.
asking Steven for an affiliate link because Maj is about.
I think
Maj
Tom
and
Woods
Black
just
Guns
doesn't want to
Matter.
be involved.
That's what Maj is
in,
about.
in it because of all the
Bingo.
nastiness.
I'm not
that
mad
he
at
experienced.
him for it. I'm just saying.
It's just it is. What
I
it
don't
is.
know that anybody's really turned their back on us. I think the closest thing would be that
Dave Smith saying he was going to leave and part of the problem. That's what somebody said in our chat.
Libertarian and
Oh, talking about Jack and Folk
guy who does the comic books.
His name is
yeah,
Jack Lloyd.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, so like those two split with us, but that was like already, I would say, around DC. I think they were already splitting, maybe over Trump, or maybe it was shortly after with the JFC or something like that.
They called out Jack and
but
Folk.
they were
Only
never
true
really like
haters.
our
Jack
huge
loves
boosters
Israel.
or anything.
Is that true?
But as far as
Yeah,
I
he
know,
does.
all
I'm
the
not
other
even kidding. Go look at him
influencers,
arguing
there's
with people
nothing.
about it on
I'll just
Twitter.
talk to him at
They
LPF.
haven't, like,
We'll pull him on the show.
you
What's
know,
up with you and the Jews,
disowned
bro?
us or
Well,
anything,
we
but
could
it's-
if he was actually
we don't
coming
get-
to LPF.
yeah, we don't get
Con.
He's
I
not
hit him
going.
up.
He's
Yeah,
there
No, he's
every
not
year.
going. I hit
Used
him up.
to.
I hit him up and I
And,
asked. He is not attending.
Wow.
I think it's just not fun.
How far are we
and they make
fallen?
more money talking about
How
other stuff.
far we fallen, indeed.
So that was kind of the idea.
Well, I mean, it
behind
kind of sucks for
something
them because
along
that's
the
their
lines of
niche.
Dissident,
You know?
is
Yeah.
controlling, being able.
They're
to
like, it's not
control
even
that.
worth our time.
You guys want to do an episode where we
influence a
try to
little bit
match
more,
Chase Oliver on
but,
Grindr?
It didn't. Yeah.
Not
Well,
really.
hopefully they.
I mean,
they
they
could.
do
I
it.
would love. Like,
Wow.
I
Rather
wish
than matching
Dissident
with Chase
all the
Oliver
best.
on
but
Grindr, she has to
we-
match back with us.
We
He
don't
knows
have
all 4
overlapping
of us.
board members. So
Chase
that's-
isn't a big
that's the
black
problem.
guy.
It's like,
Why would
it's
I
still
match
not
with him on
under
Grindr?
control. But I 100%
See,
think
I'm the only one
like,
who's
Not
got
black
a
enough
shot.
their
for
heart
He
is
knows
in the
who
right
I
spot.
am, guys.
Dan
Mhm.
Smots, if anything, has gotten like more pro Mises caucus. I think
Jack
he was
did a
kind of
full
neutral
live
for a
stream
while.
pro Israel.
But I think he's come out pretty favorable for us.
Did he do a full live
over the
stream?
last year? So
That's what Chuck says.
I hope Dissident can help with
surprised.
that. That would be great.
I mean, you know.
Oh,
who else
someone
is
put a
pro
yo!
Israel?
What is this?
Screenshot it, chat.
Hold on.
Screenshot it.
All
What
right.
is it?
Anything?
Good morning. I'm a faggot, everybody. Oh, screenshot.
Come on, dude.
Yo, send that to me.
I'm sending it to him. I'm
Twitter
sending
first thing
it.
in the morning tomorrow.
I'm sending it to Adrian right now.
He's
Hey,
never
take
been
this
like
to
my
Adrian right
most
now. Be like,
engaged
good
organizer.
morning. I found the best good morning post ever, and I'm
So,
gonna tag Adrian
I
in
mean,
it.
I texted him last week about the
Come on,
like when the
dude.
convention was or something like that, or where it
Oh,
was.
that's great.
And I
What-
got
The worst part is that he'll
I don't
think it's
really,
just as
I don't really
funny.
have a lot of contact with Dave.
That's
Yeah, I
the
don't
worst
think
part.
I've
You're gonna
seen him
show
in
it to
the
me. He's like,
chat
that's
lately.
fucking hilarious. Who made that?
Yeah, but I don't know that
texted Melissa,
he's
what did you do to these
usually
people?
been too active in the chat. He's like, I would say,
Then I sent him the full thing by
hit or
itself.
miss.
So
Yo,
there you
we
go.
had to be posted on his Twitter. He's gonna make a post pretty
Alright, so
fast.
he's
I
still
don't
there.
care. I want him to. I want him to do it.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna make a post
Okay.
within the next day.
That's fine.
James.
Well, you gotta let us know if he responds to you, and
Yeah,
then say,
sure. I've got
and then
it
go
open.
tell him tweet about it right now.
You're muted if you're trying to speak, James. There we
Can
go.
you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I guess my question is
I
kind of
don't
about
think I can look at the
messaging
screenshot.
again.
Yeah,
You know,
my name is nowhere on this.
I'm a
but
little-
Go ahead, bro. Do
I'm
whatever you
basically
want.
watching what the administration is doing and kind of trying to react because,
Who said that?
you know, we kind of have to differentiate
Joseph
ourselves a
Christman.
bit from the Trump
Who
administration.
said that?
but
Oh,
at the
he's
same
going
time,
to.
Oh no, Bryce Dawn.
like
Whoever
praise
that
them when
was.
they do
Oh, the
what
chair
we
who
like
lost.
and
Oh
kinda
no!
scold them,
lost
as it
your
were,
That was the
chair
when
race.
they do
Wisconsin
what
guy.
we
Yeah.
dislike.
You lost your chair race, faggot.
I'm just trying to think, like,
Yeah.
you know, the Democrats are kind of faltering
Yeah,
here.
fag him back.
So there's an opportunity for picking up a lot of votes
They called
Is he
you.
or
actually
members,
is
you know, like
Adrian
not
about to do it?
necessarily like
I don't know, dude.
I guess do we
He
want
hasn't,
to
he
kind
hasn't said
of
anything yet. Doesn't say that he's
try
ready.
and
I'm
pick
going
up
on his Twitter page.
lefties?
So we'll wait.
We just
Or
organized some chaos.
are we just going to stay?
I don't care.
Are we
Why
going to try and
not?
retain control
Why
of the
not?
party?
The
It's
feeling
like
of
Or are we going to try and
nihilism
expand the
that's creeping
party
in over me right
and
now. No, please.
compromise
Chaos is
like
at least
the
entertaining. I'll take it.
morals of the party? Like kind of go back to
can't-
doing
Go
what
back.
the
Fuck
Marco, I
Prags
can't
did.
expand it too
I
much,
already
but it was
Um,
Bryce Dawn.
I guess
That's who said
I'm
it.
just not really sure what the smart play is.
Rob's gonna have to
'cause,
go on
like,
another apology tour.
economically,
Yeah.
like I
Damn,
think
if,
we all
if you
kind of
gifted
would
one of the
say
bad,
that
one of the
what
haters, the
Trump
membership,
administration is doing
Ronan,
with the
that's
tariffs and stuff
that's the
doesn't
only way.
vibe with our
Or someone who
approach.
gifted
You know,
the
it's not
membership.
Austrian.
Are
No,
you
it
guys
would have been
haters?
Ronan. It would have
You
been
know,
Ronan.
the libertarians kind of have to hope that they fail almost because it's if
And I'm saying it because
Trump
it's
pulls this
in
off, like
context.
if somehow like
Faggots.
either they
Assholes.
defeat the income tax or the tariffs end up resulting in something
go.
closer to free trade than
I'm gonna
It's
ignore
on
you know,
you,
the Milton
man.
for a
Friedman
minute.
style.
I
Like,
just found the
I don't
best post online.
let's just
It's
set an
99
example
people
for the rest
that
of the
could help
world.
me beat a gorilla's
then,
ass. I just want to list them all out real
I
quick.
mean, there's
Michael J. White,
a lot of Democrats
Brock
that just
Lesnar,
kinda start
Hank
doing the
Davis,
free trade
Stephen
things
Adams,
because they
John
always seem to do
Jones,
the
Isaiah
opposite of whatever
Stewart,
Trump says
Draymond
anyway.
Did it
Green,
again.
But
2009
I'm
Randy
just, like, not
Orton,
sure how,
Tribal
like, should we be
Chief
marketing
Roman
to
Reigns,
people,
not the big
like,
dog Roman
as
Reigns,
free
Tribal
trade,
Chief Roman Reigns,
Yeah, Big
or
Dog.
should
Big
we
Dog
be,
wouldn't be shit.
lean
Solange,
into America
Monica,
first,
Kamaru Usman,
you know, our
but
messaging,
champion Kamaru Usman, not current Kamaru Usman. Floyd Mayweather,
Oh
Amanda Nunes.
no!
it's basically a
Oh no!
No,
the
Floyd
FBI
Mayweather, no.
The FBI informant got a membership.
Let me finish real quick. Amanda Nunes, you'll like this one, Mitch. The 1989 Pistons and the 2004 Pistons.
I agree with
2000s
that. That sounds
Trailblazers,
about right.
aka the Jailblazers,
Yep,
and
that's
the
true. too.
2001 Ravens defense.
What? Where are the 2008 Florida Gators? Where's Aaron Hernandez? Where's
They don't
fucking
stack
Aaron
up.
Hernandez
Pouncey
is in
brothers?
heaven singing psalms with the angels.
I
Yo.
actually want Shawn Michaels on the list. Sorry, I want
Yo,
Shawn Michaels
minus-
tweet
I
chin
want
music.
Shawn Michaels that retired the Undertaker on the list. That was a main motherfucker. He retired. That man retired motherfucking Ric Flair the year before. He said, "I'm sorry," and then still super kicked that nigga anyway. So
Nah,
sweet chin music.
we're going off the rails there. But look, 5 memberships there. Out of the 5, beyond the FBI informant, the rest of these are pretty good. Magoo,
Yeah,
Grumpy,
boy.
Aaron, Rico, all
Hell
you
yeah.
guys. You guys
Hell yeah.
all owe, you guys all owe Ronan a beer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was pretty good.
In terms of who you're trying to reach out
I don't know
to.
how we got off on that, but
Medical freedom is
good.
still something we can coalition on.
Medical
and
freedom.
bring
This is
some
what
people
Mitch
in.
and I were talking about. Yeah, there's
Be
one.
willing to bring in
Decriminalize mushrooms.
not, firm
Start with
libertarians.
the weed's not free yet.
And
Okay.
just not give them
Boo! No free weed. Wah.
enough control in your party apparatus.
Is nonsense. Look at me smoking the weed I got for free.
Oh my God. What does she think she
You
is?
didn't pay anything for it? Wow, that's incredible.
I know the
Hold on.
dispenser just
Y'all
gave it
couldn't
to me
hear
because I
it.
spent
Sorry.
so much on other
for, like, hey, we're
non-weed,
gonna help you with
like
this thing. Can you help us,
non-flower
like,
things. Just like, hey, here's all this free
flip our
flour
board
for you.
into a positive
Oh, you
direction
bought
so we can be
vapes?
effective.
Oh, cool. Here's
I don't
flour
think you
for
really
free.
need to do that.
Here's
in
a
Iowa.
whole
I think in
quarter
Iowa, you're
ounce of
probably
weed
looking
for
at how
Take
to
a
free.
grow our numbers overall,
Premium
not for
grade
party
weed
control,
for
but for
free.
actual liberty.
Uh-huh,
Issue
there you
coalitions,
go.
I think.
What free state of Florida?
And so that you want to reach to, like, I wouldn't say you're not going to reach to like the base, MAGA base,
Pat,
or the
I just want you to
Democrat
spread
base,
your
but
butt
you want to
cheeks
reach
so
to
I
like
can stick my tongue in your butthole.
the like independent in
Assault.
between, like the
I say we
Jimmy
take over
Dore,
the
Maha,
independent
you know,
party.
those kind of like I'm not comfortable.
I'm
with,
saying we
I'm
take
not
over the
comfortable
Mises
with, like,
Caucus every bread at the Swamp Creature
I'm not
Caucus.
on Trump
Swamp
derangement
Caucus.
syndrome, but I'm also not comfortable with everything he's doing.
This is our swamp.
Yeah,
Taking it
those
as
are our people.
Uber.
Right?
The Creature Caucus.
That's a good way to start, and then just
that way all the other
you know,
that
maybe
way
they're
all the
not
other states feel like
full-blown
they can be
libertarians or
included
full-blown
too.
Mises Caucus members, but you can work with them.
Say we don't got a swamp. We
And
ain't
maybe
real
in the
boys.
party, or maybe just you know, as a coalition.
As a
I
coalition.
think what I find
That
is
name
we
kills me.
always have our drips have slowed down. But
Yeah.
the people that reach out to us are still like, you know, they're still like, they're hearing this for the first time. They're like, oh, I just heard Dave Smith talk about this, and so I reached out. It's like, okay, you're like, you know, 8
Bitch,
years later
when?
than everybody else, but that's fine. I'll take you now. Like, people who weren't paying attention to politics before, and now they are for whatever reason. So, Bryce, what do you
I don't
have to
trust
say?
them people.
So I think I agree with Joe's sentiment in the chat where it's like, hey, thanks for Ross, but stop being a moron.
No, he said retard.
But yeah,
Okay.
no, I think beyond that, I think you hit a lot of solid points there. Definitely when it comes to more, if we're going to reach more progressive people at all, medical freedom is probably the direction we're gonna have to go.
Wait, why do we
I
care
would
about progressives all of a sudden?
say-
Because we're out of power and we can't put them against the
beyond
wall. That's why.
So we can't throw them out of
medical freedom
helicopters anymore?
issue.
Got it.
So we have to
Terrible.
work with them. So we have to learn to
I
live
think
with them.
We're probably gonna get most of our
see?
membership.
We hated the left so
probably
much we had to become the
from,
left.
like the Thomas.
Oh, guys,
Mackey specifically.
we
guys
should
from
just
America
kill this and
First
switch to
crowd if we're
Twitter.
gonna
Bill
get it
Belichick's
at all.
24-year-old
Like, maybe they're
girlfriend
not
interjecting
comfortable
in an
with the
interview.
Republican
Come on, guy.
Party,
Like, come
but
on.
Oh no.
basically
No,
they're in
what?
agreement with his.
Yeah. Don't you know
type
she
of
has some
America
very
First
important
approach,
opinions? I mean,
not
Rob, why are
Wasn't
you such
she
a
born the
sexist?
same year that the
kinda
fucking Bill
distorted
Belichick beat their
vision
fucking
that-
Falcons in overtime?
I want to see
Problem
what
is,
she has to say.
unfortunately, kinda turned that
I want to
into-
see her titties, that's all.
Yeah.
I want to
At
see the
least that's
sex
gonna be the
video of
case
her
in
and Bill
Wisconsin.
Belichick.
I feel like I don't think
I want
we're
to see
gonna
Bill
get very
Belichick's
many
wrinkly old cock go in and out of her.
Wisconsin liberals
Ew.
to
I know. I want y'all to think about
join the
that tonight before you
Libertarian
go to
Party in the
bed.
first place,
Bill
but let
Belichick
alone
just getting
get
his
involved
wrinkly old
in
balls just
the Mises
sucked off by
Caucus.
some hot 25-year-old broad.
That's fair.
That is fair. That is fair. I mean,
Oh, that was perfect timing.
And the anti-war
You
stuff.
win
like,
that many Super
those
Bowls,
are
it
like
is
our
fair you get your dick
90-10
sucked by a hot
issues that we should
24-year-old. I would be too.
And I mean, maybe even if we're not
Super fair.
focused entirely
Wow,
on
what a great,
economic issues,
what a
like,
great
we're just,
show.
like,
What a great crowd. What a great crowd.
What a great audience.
I am with you though, Rob. It's been too much.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
You want to?
fucking
All right.
terrible.
Well, let's see what she has to say then about herself and
Yeah,
her titties.
let's see.
Let's get some
I
palate
want to see
cleanser
some
before we
titties,
wrap
though. She
this.
better have some fucking cleavage going on, Rob. I'm gonna fucking smack you through the screen.
I don't know what. I don't
Why
know
am
what
I
she
the
has
big
going
one?
on.
Fuck you.
Just because Rob's touching things, she
Why is
doesn't
he
need
wearing
to.
a Navy shirt? Fuck Bill Belichick.
It's got a big ass hole
Why
in
is
it,
it-
bro.
Got a big. That's Bill Belichick though. That nigga just wears shit like that though. But why Navy? Why not Army?
So if you guys
Him,
can,
fuck the Navy. Go Army.
Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend Jordan Hudson interjects and shuts down a question during the middle of an interview on CBS. This is wild. Hudson
Yo,
interjected
roll that
multiple
beautiful bean
times.
Yeah,
footage.
I don't need
I gotta
that
see this shit.
video.
Let's go.
Jordan was
Turn it
a
up.
constant presence during
It's fine. Oh, okay. I thought it
It's
wasn't
all the way up. Go.
All right, go.
our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private
Well,
life.
they're
It's got
asking
nothing to do
for
with
her.
them,
She
but
didn't
they're
just butt
invested
in.
in it.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Is it lagging for everybody
I'm
else?
not talking about this.
No.
No.
We're not talking
It's a
about this?
topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on, though Hudson has recently posted about it on Instagram.
You joined InstaFace, as you put it. I
Yeah.
love that. There's some great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a fisherman and
talking
she's a
about
mermaid.
that.
It's charming. It's a
Bill,
different
didn't I
side of
just
you.
tell him we're not
What's the
talking about
reaction been
that?
like?
No, she told him.
What's it been like?
To have these different sort of
best for him
photos. There's another one where you're
No,
doing,
Barfo
I know
got
you're
it.
not
I'd
into
like to
meditation
fuck such a
or
fine
yoga or
chick.
Pilates. You're balancing Jordan on your feet, and she's doing kind of the
That nigga a
Titanic pose.
hater. He wish he had a hoe to be balancing on his feet.
I know,
So
I know. The way
I'm
he's
on
saying
Hold
it.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Platforms,
I'm not in control. Rob's in control. All right.
Rob, why are we listening to this cuck ass hater on Bill Belichick?
I want to hear what Bill has. I want to see what Bill has to say.
That man's a cuck. He's just like, why do you get the dick?
No,
and what do you?
I want to hear. Let him finish
Okay,
it.
y'all let him-
Yeah. Let him finish. Yeah.
So I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow
give a fuck.
What he does follow isn't clicks or views,
It's
but
her ass.
touchdowns,
Oh.
and above all, wins.
You do seem like you're having a lot more fun these days
I
than
need
you
her to
were in
interject
other
again,
chapters
though.
of your life, let's say.
But she
I
didn't.
enjoy football. I enjoy the whole
She
process.
said we're
of
not
it.
talking
It's
about
hard to
that.
win, and it's hard to beat other
That's it.
good coaches, good teams. I appreciate the grind. I appreciate.
That was a nothing burger. Who the fuck?
Yeah, I was. I was
He
live.
invited her to
Hey.
interject because he brought her
Wait, hold
up directly, even pointed her out. And then just to
Fucking-
get cucked on camera is very CBS of him.
Colin Rugg.
Colin
Asshole.
Rugg pulled. That nigga got fucked.
Yeah, he lied to us.
Bill Belichick's like, you're going to listen to her and you're going to be happy about it.
Well, she didn't want to talk to him.
She's like, Daddy, I don't want to talk about this. And he was like, it's okay, baby. We don't need to. Hey, Colin, shut the fuck up.
All right, we got to finish our last drinks here. I want to recap. Okay, so first we started with the LPF meeting. The reason why we went to the LPF meeting today, of all days, is because a lot of people were stepping down. As soon as Rob read off the list to me and Mitch was like, we got to do a show. We got to watch it. We got to see these people leave. And then as soon as Josh heard the news about who was going to leave, you brought up a really good point about how basically like what we've been saying through the whole show, how far we've fallen. Like, look at all the people who were there when we started. Look at all the people who came and went. Look where they are now. It's crazy. And okay, so Josh thinks he's got a theory about this. The list of people that I saw going, this is deep insider LP baseball, and that's why we're
All Jews.
yeah, that's why we're doing it. That's why we're doing it on a member stream. But I mean, honestly, looking at the list until Josh said something, I didn't really see like a connection. The closest connection that I saw was the Mike Termott campaign. But really, I mean, you've got people like Joey stepping down from positions as well. Joey's constantly in this chat. He's not a Mike Termott guy or an anti-MC guy or anything like that. So he doesn't fit into that category. So like Barfo asked earlier, like, why did they leave? I don't think that there's a strong reason one way or the other. I have my own thoughts about it, but I think the idea generally, and you guys tell me if you disagree and I'll let y'all jump in,
Disagree.
is I think like there's nothing going on and people don't want to waste their time. And I think it's as simple as that.
I agree with you, Tim. It's everyone's situation is different, but it does seem like a lot of people would just rather deal with family shit or do other things at this time. It's like it's not worth your time unless something big's happening. And nothing big is gonna happen right now.
Well,
Josh disagrees, but Mitch, before Josh takes the show, what?
There's just a overall lack of confidence in the organization and the future because it seems like every time we get excited for a cycle, we get rug pulled and we end up getting a shitty candidate. Or
Right.
in the case of something like Florida, we have guaranteed ballot access. That is the thing that everyone always bitches about in every Libertarian Party in every other state, and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yet that's not good for anything when we basically don't run anyone for anything anyway.
Or the people
and
who
it eventually
do run
gets
are
to
not
a point.
inspiring. Yeah.
It eventually gets to a point of just why bother?
Yeah. Well, and to clarify, like right now, we're just talking about LPF. We'll get to the Mises and national level stuff. But yeah, no, I think you're right. Josh thinks that was wrong. So what's your theory on what's going on? Why all these people are leaving?
So, like I said, not everybody qualifies for what I was saying. Like,
I know. Yeah.
yeah, like I said, not everybody. But
Joey was working for Mike Termott all along.
no, I can tell you
Wrong.
right now, Joey was far from working for Mike. Termott
You're
at
good
all,
at covering
and-
for him, Josh, but we
you
figured
know,
it
and
out.
maybe I am,
No, it wasn't.
Mitch, but not.
Yeah.
I'll concede
We don't
the point.
besmirch our listeners' names, is what we're saying.
No,
That is not
first
going
off,
to
I'm
happen.
Not him.
besmirch-
We can besmirch Ronan and Mario and
I'll
all those
besmirch a
guys.
lot of
Fuck
people,
that.
but
Yeah.
I
not
can
Joey.
tell you
Joey was here
Joey's
day
the OG.
one.
As a man,
he's OG.
I'll put my
Yeah.
manhood on this. Like, Joey was not involved with the Mike Termott campaign. I know Joey has some strong opinions of Mike Termott, which,
Yep.
while I disagree with, I respect. So I can still be friends with Joey, even though I disagree with my friends.
If what you're saying is not true, you will be castrated with this knife.
What is that?
I will
An
accept
Aztec
that.
show knife.
I can accept
It's
your
very
terms
dull.
because
It's
I'm
not very
confident.
sharp, so
I
it'll
was
hurt
gonna
even
say
more.
that knife couldn't
Yeah,
cut a
it doesn't
slice of
look
bread.
very sharp.
That's why it's gonna hurt
I don't
even
want to
more.
get castrated, but I'm confident in what I'm saying here, so I accept Mitch's terms on its face. I'm also going to say that Joey may not be far off from what the next project is,
Okay.
and that there's another project in the works, and I'm
Okay.
not at liberty to discuss at this time.
The
But this
Libertarian
project is
Party.
going to ruffle a lot of feathers when it comes to light.
All right. Can
And
I make one stipulation? You don't even have to do it on the member show because I know our
Sure.
member show has been infiltrated by FBI informants and others. We understand this, okay? But I will not allow you to take credit for something that happens after it happens, okay? So if you want credit for this prediction, you have to tell us
say it.
privately. You don't have
Yeah,
to
you
say it
say it.
live.
I
and
will-
we'll back you up.
After the
Okay.
stream, I will
Okay.
tell you three privately what is going
Okay.
on.
And we'll let you know if it's
and
true.
if it leaks, I know where it came from one of you
Sure,
three,
sure.
so you're
That's
going to be
fine.
the first three I hang from the highest fucking tree
That's
like
fine.
you're niggers.
That's fine. The hard R and all. That's fine. I'm just saying.
No, I want to make sure we're all on the same page here.
I'm
real
fine.
Quick. I
I'll
watched all
swing.
y'all. I
I'll
watched
swing
all y'all
ankle
get
slacking.
the ick like you're fucking women. It's cool.
No, it's fine.
Rob, it's
I just
cool.
want
I
to
see
make
you
sure.
over there. You're looking down at the ground. You're debating your whole fucking fate in life. No, don't look me in the camera.
He's not going to leak it.
Look at me in the camera, man.
I just want to
I
make
love
sure
you, Rob.
it's
Don't
not.
look me in the camera.
I just want to make sure it's not one of these typical
I'm not doing
Josh.
that.
I knew it all along bullshit. I want to know
No,
that
there
you knew
is-
from the
I
jump.
Can, I
Yeah.
can tell you that there is something in the works. I can't speak for everybody because
Sure.
I got looped into it very recently, but there is something in the works, and it's going to probably piss some people off. It's probably going to make some people excited. It's probably going to annoy some people.
It's provocative. Get some people going.
It is. It's going to be provocative. It's going to get some people going. It's going to make people angry. And I will besmirch Ronan right now. That is a latent homosexual and somebody who is, probably stares too long at small children than is proper.
No, he touches men's dicks, full-grown men. He grabs them by the wiener every day.
You know, you're right, Tim. I forgot about that. That Ronan is a dick-looking
Professional
nigger.
ball fighter.
Dick-looking ass nigger. Looking at dicks all day. Dick-looking ass Ronan over here. Ronan
I'm
looking
sorry.
at dicks. Grown men dicks just out and about, and Ronan just like, let me stare at that real quick, big boy.
Oh man, he did share a whole
Can you
Israel stream.
Can you pee
Sorry.
for me real quick? He's got a pee fetish too, by the way, guys. If you didn't know, Ronan likes to watch other grown men pee.
I love how it's just under Rob. Daddy feel good. Oh
Daddy. But Ronan
Yeah.
likes to watch other men pee.
Yeah,
He's
so
got
that's
a pee fetish.
so that's where we're at on the LPF thing. The other thing that we wanted to
That's where we're at on LPF.
Yeah, Daddy feel good. That's it.
On LPF and besmirching our listeners tonight.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the main reason we wanted to listen to that one, and then the other thing was the update, of course, because we're 45 days out from convention, so we gotta get that promo in. Now moving to the MC stuff, that was disappointing as fuck.
That was rough to watch, bro.
Yeah, it
As
was
an
tough.
OG, a former state and regional, like national organizer, like somebody who was in the nitty gritty, in the minutia, in the deep in the trenches.
I think pretty much everybody
was
here.
rough.
I'm not gonna take credit. I stayed away from national. I was focused on Florida, but I know you guys all had your own roles nationally. It was yeah, fuck that. That was awful. Kat's not the best foot forward. I don't know much about her, but that was awful. Listening to her, that fucking line about because the question was something like whatever happened to Angela's job or whatever, and then her answer, this is what we voted for, job cuts and delays. What? That was the worst spin ever.
It was a bad spin.
It was
She
terrible.
really could have done that. So her whole thing was answering things terribly.
It was bad. It was
like
real bad.
every fucking answer was me listening to her thinking, "Oh my god, could you not spin this in a worse fucking way?" Not even just that question.
Yeah.
Like eventually I went silent and I just had to stop listening because I was just like, "Holy fuck."
Yeah,
Bro,
the
this is
questions.
what I'm saying.
The
We
questions.
are not,
yeah.
The MC is not sending its fucking best anymore. Like, we don't have Robert Vincent. We don't have Michael Heises anymore. We don't have fucking Josh Lofkers. There's no Mitchell Connors. We got fucking Kat McElroys and fucking Reese Smiths and holy.
Reese asked some good questions though. He was asking
I love
he
Reese.
was
I
like
don't-
good.
He was asking,
I
what
love
is the
Reese.
why? Why are we here? What are we doing? What's going on? If
Yes,
people are
and
telling me, why should I show up? Answer the question. And your answer is, well, this is what we voted for.
And if Reese is not in charge somewhere, he should be. Because those are the kind of questions when you're in leadership. Hate it, love it. You can like me or hate me. You can tell me I'm an MC hater. But you need to ask these hard questions when you're in leadership and be honest with people. Mitch, Rob, Tim, we were all there from the start in Florida. What was the biggest thing we talked about in the MC? The good people are honest people. Even if it doesn't benefit us, we're going to tell the truth. We're going to be honest people. We were not honest tonight.
Yeah, we backed DL, even though he sometimes went against us. We backed even in the early days. We backed Karen Ann because at the time she was right. Yep. It was just about doing what was right. It
There
didn't
were
matter
a lot
about
of people who saw the Mises Caucus purely as a way to reset the Libertarian Party. Because whether they liked the caucus or not, there was an understanding that the party
That's fair.
had gone in a really bad direction. And just because those people understood that there needed to be a Reno reset didn't mean that they were going to stick around for some of the things that other people were going to push for after the fact.
You saying that reminded me, there was a moment in there where she was saying a lot of people thought we were going to get Dave and then they didn't know what was next. No. Everybody knew what was next. Everybody fucking knew what was next. It was to run the campaign, to bring the people in, and then we would focus that energy locally, and then it would be a forever lasting Ron Paul movement. That was the pitch from the beginning.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking knew what it was.
Yep.
And now she's trying to spin it. Well, all these people
didn't
fell
know it
off
was
because they didn't know what it was.
We didn't
No,
know
they
what
knew
step
what
three
it was.
going to be. Yes, we did. Yes,
We
we
knew
did.
what-
We told everybody what step 3 was going to be, but step 2 was fucking contingent on step 3 happening. And when step 2 fucking folded like a fucking puss, we got fucked.
Well, it's not that we got fucked. It's that we just went the complete wrong way. They picked a candidate that was not inspiring and didn't work out. And then when that fell apart, we doubled down on no, he's our libertarian whether you like it or not. And no, this is what we voted for. These are your answers?
You'll be able to read about
Come on, dude.
someday.
Yeah, come on, dude. Angela ain't getting a job, okay? She knows it. If she doesn't know it, she's dumb. She ain't getting a job. Kat knows it. She should know it. If she don't know it, she's dumb. Shit ain't working out, dude.
I'm still holding out faith that Angela eventually gets something.
She ain't getting a
No,
job.
the Angela thing, that's actually the thing that
ain't getting a job.
it seems like it's going. And here's what Kat should have said.
Okay.
I'm not an expert, but from my read of the situation, I'm no
Mitchell,
expert.
you're so
I'm no
funny.
I've never
expert.
been to DC, but
I've never been to DC.
I've never been in
But
Bear
listen, I'm not in the same circles that she's in, but from what I can tell, with everything that's been going on with Doge and reevaluating all the federal government, they've decided to take a freeze on hiring as of the moment. So we'll see how things go. I guess we're just gonna have to revisit it, I guess. But it's what else can I say? I'm not the one playing those games, so
I'm
you'd have
just
to ask
gonna-
Angela about that.
Honestly, in Angela's defense, too, I just want to say something that I work in a business where we deal with government contracts, and I don't know how many civilian contractors I've seen whose government travel card has been declined, and then they literally all of them would say the same thing, like, "Fuck, I forgot about the civilian travel freeze. All right, I guess I'm using my personal card and going to get reimbursed. I just have to submit for a reimbursement." Like, they are not. They don't. The federal government right now is cutting civilian fucking people. Like, it is crazy. If you are not military and you're in the federal government, your days are numbered. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Rob, you've been mostly silent on the national situation.
Rob, are you okay?
How you feeling?
Yeah, because I
know
still
you're
want to
feeling
see.
like I am, buddy.
I still want to see how the investigation goes with Angela. I don't think it's gonna go good. I don't really care at this point.
As far as her embezzlement accusations?
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's gonna come of it just yet. But as far as she's concerned, she could still like come back and say like, "Hey, I was fucked over. I thought I was gonna get a cut in here." And, we went in, we helped Trump, and then they kind of fucked us. So at the end of the day, we need to get back to trying to make our party better. And then, she needs a clean reset is what she needs. Yeah. Come take a break, come back and go.
Do you
"All
guys
right, what the
see
fuck?"
do you guys foresee a future where either Michael Heiss or Angela have a prominent role within the Libertarian Party ever again?
Yes.
Yeah, I do, because they still have a good base, and I still like both of them. I mean,
Angela, yes. Heiss, as of right now, no. And it isn't because of Heiss burning any bridges. It's because he's chosen to focus on tending his own garden.
No, I'm. This
that's
is
good.
with the-
I wasn't
this
done
is-
talking yet, but that's okay. That's fine. Yeah.
This is with the assumption that they want it. Yeah.
I love you, Rob. I love you too, Mitch. I love
He
you.
I was in the middle of a sentence.
I
That was
know.
insane. That
I'm
was
sorry,
crazy.
man. I'm
boy,
sorry.
gentlemen,
I'm fired up. Okay,
gentlemen.
I've been quiet for the last hour, and I'm
Gentlemen.
fired up.
No,
I'm
you
not
haven't.
being.
What are you talking about?
okay.
Gentlemen.
I was pretty much done. It's okay,
Gentlemen,
it's fine, I guess.
we can be gentlemen on this show. Like,
No,
I
we
agree
can't.
with
Sorry,
Mitch.
I'm really fired up after watching.
Oh, he just did it to you. You see
It was
that?
bad.
And we love you for your fire.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was
But
really bad.
I'm gonna interject here. Mitch, that was rude that you interrupted Rob. Rob, you were making a good point. Mitch, I agree with your point, though, that Mike has kind of burned some bridges. I still see Mike being able
I
to have
said
a
he
prominent
hasn't burned
role,
bridges.
but he needs to earn it. Angela, I can see getting into a prominent role more easily because she left a prominent role, and honestly, I don't think as many people as the LP would like have a negative opinion on Angela. Even the neutrals are like, well, we didn't like some things she did, but she did a lot of good things too, so we kind of find it like we're going to throw it on the scale and it balances out more or less, so we're going to let it slide. So, like, yeah, I could see Angela really whenever she wanted injecting herself back in and having a prominent role whenever she wants to. Mike, I think he's going to need to do a little bit of a, like, forgiveness tour, and kind of win some hearts and minds back.
Him
over
over her?
I don't think he wants that.
And maybe
No,
he
no
doesn't.
one
I
wants
haven't.
that.
I'm gonna be real. The last time I talked to Michael Heiss was my fucking 33rd birthday. So we're talking over 2 years ago. That I've physically spoken with Michael Heiss. So I don't know where his head's at. I don't know where his heart's at. But quite frankly, I think a lot of people, as much as we've shunned Jordan Peterson, need to really take to heart the idea of, clean your fucking room. And for a lot of people who thought their room was clean, they just swept everything under the bed and didn't realize that mom was going to look under their bed and in their closet. And when everything spilled out of their closet and mom said, hey, we see your dirt under your bed, you need to actually fucking clean and not just sweep it under the fucking bed, everybody went, uh-oh. So a lot of people, just quite frankly, a lot of people in the LP who were very prominent over the last 4 or 5 years, myself included, I'll admit to that, don't have their lives in order. And once people get their lives in order again, because a lot of big changes. Like I had another kid, I moved across the country. Michael Heiss had a kid, he got married. Angela had a kid, she moved halfway across the country. There's a ton of people who did a lot of shit. All in the meantime, we're running state affiliates, running national affiliates, running national state level organizations, doing all this traveling. It's a lot. When a lot of people get their lives back in order and finally have their beds made and their rooms clean, I'm very disappointed for the enemies and the opposition and the haters. Because they are, whatever they think they have now, enjoy it while it lasts. Because once everybody gets
You think there's going to be a comeback story? You think we're building for a comeback?
I could see it at some point.
Tim?
It's got to reform greatly. Like the ALC is doing way better than the MC
Tim?
right now. What?
I'm gonna tell you right now, the whole MC story. We're in like.
Can we get the
bottom
dump
of the
truck
third
to turn
top.
the light on? Because I can't fucking see you, and it's bothering me.
You want lights now? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't fucking see you anymore. The time has gone
you're saying
on.
I'm too dark now. I got it.
Yeah, you're too dark for this show.
Oh, God. All right, hold up.
Now, I'm not like.
There.
I'm not saying they're. Let him put his headphones back on. I'm not saying there can't be a comeback. I'm just saying like it's got to be more. Like what I saw tonight was extremely disappointing.
Yes.
Like not only
These
in
are-
turnout but in rhetoric, it was awful. There is no focus. There is no strategy. We're just talking about retaining what little power we have and trying to prevent bad power from taking hold. It's awful. This is sad shit.
I
Yeah.
agree. And all that said, it's going to take legitimately. I'm gonna admit this. It's going to take a perfect storm. Everybody's going to have to get their shit all in order at almost the exact same time or within a certain time.
It ain't
span.
happening by Grand Rapids.
No.
MC's
no,
out
I'm
Grand
not,
Rapids.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I think Grand Rapids is going to be very disappointing for people who are big MC fans. I think that they're
Let
going to
me
be
ask you
hurting.
this. Let me ask you
Okay.
this. Do you think that this saga that we've just lived through, that we've all experienced, do you think that this brand, Mises Caucus, survives after this? Like, do you think, like, you're saying, okay, Grand Rapids, granted, not going to happen. Wherever 2028 is, maybe, maybe not. By 2030, do you think the name Mises Caucus still carries the weight of that bad time in history with Trump?
Damn, you like predictions.
I do, because it's fun, man. It shows how much you know.
Do you say carry weight or like? Are you thinking they're
Like
just,
what
they're
I'm
just
saying
gonna
is
stick to a
like
different-
what I'm saying is like
No,
like
look,
like
you-
like
the question was addressed to me. I'd like
Here.
to answer the question addressed to Josh.
to reiterate for the audience. Like if somebody says like they're for the Reform Party right now, you still get accusations of David Duke and the racists and all that. So like it, 4-6 years from now, when people say I'm affiliated with the Mises Caucus, are they still going to be like, that's the Donald Trump MAGA Libertarian Party and they're no good anymore? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, can they rebrand? I don't think they can. I don't think Mises Caucus can be resurrected to be about Ludwig von Mises. It's forever going to be tied to Donald Trump and MAGA.
Like I said, it's a 50-50 shot. I'm going to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
it can go the way you're saying, Tim, where it could be the MAGA, or like I said, if things shake out right and all the right people at the right times can get themselves reinserted and have the right message, and this is a big if,
I'm not saying people that were affiliated with the caucus. I'm saying use the name Mises Caucus branding.
Yeah,
It's not
that's what I'm
happening.
saying, because the Mises Caucus, at the end of the day, the Mises Caucus branding is intrinsically tied to people like Michael Heitz. It's tied to people like Angela McArdle.
Yep.
So if they come back, and if they come back good, yes, that there can be some brand rehab. Hey, it's going to take some choices and some honesty and looking in the mirror and some big self-reflection. But, once again, I think a lot of people came into this gung-ho, kind of like myself. You kind of had your house in order when you came in, and then as you went along, your house kind of fell apart. And because you were so split, you didn't have time to make your bed and clean your room. The Jordan Peterson analogy.
Right. Yep.
Make your bed, clean your room. Like a lot of people, they had their bedroom was clean, their bed was made
When we started, yeah.
Yeah, but as time went on, they started going, "Oh, I don't need to make my bed every day. I don't need to clean my room."
I got other shit to do. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
they let it go. And then a lot of us are starting to had to circle back around and go, "Oh, fuck. I got to make sure
There's
that
roaches in this room. We gotta get rid of this shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We had to call the exterminator. Orca Man had to come out and we had to do a little exterminating. But if we can get all the roaches out at the right time, yes. But if all of us are coming back infrequently and we come back half-heartedly and shit, then no. The Mises Caucus is going to be known as the MAGA group, and it's going to have a tarnished reputation, and we're going to look back on it in 20 years as one of those weirdo caucuses that came and went, and we're going to all be real disappointed that we were a part of it.
Unlike the weirdos, they did take over. Rob, you're thinking a lot. Mitch, I see you there too.
Mm-hmm. I think my gut instinct is like you're gonna have to rebrand by 2030. That's 5 years. I think there will be a rebranding by that time because, like Josh was saying, once the people leave, so the people would have to come back. One, the people would have to be good again, and two, and then they would have to convince more people to come back that had already dealt with it. So I'm just logically thinking. What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry. Finish your point. I'll save it.
Laughing at you.
No,
Wow.
it's Adrian.
Wow.
It's Adrian.
Wow.
Just finish your
Oh,
finish
well,
your
that's
point.
way more important than this.
Finish
yeah,
your
let's
point.
do that. No,
Finish your point.
it's a prediction. I think by 2030 it's done. Like the merch in my closet is probably gonna be, not used anymore.
Yeah. Mitch, where are you at on this? Do you think the brand can be saved? Josh read it too.
As far as no, Tim, the merch then becomes retro, but then that means that I can.
Okay, but do you think the brand can be saved? That was the question I wanted answered before we get.
I mean, the brand is a whole separate thing from the people who make it up. So
of course,
let's just talk about both real quickly. As far as the brand itself goes, that remains to be seen. Yeah, people have this notion right now, but the election just fucking happened. Give time. Let more things happen. Let Chris Rock get slapped by someone else at the Oscars. Give it time. People won't fucking care anymore. But as far as like the people who make it up, I think that's more important because I'm reminded of like the people that I worked with in Young Americans for Liberty, where as the years went on, it is the weirdest feeling in the world. Like one day partying with some chick doing a beer bong at YAL in DC, and now I've seen her on Fox a few times.
Yeah.
So yeah, like in a way I feel like we're going to see ripples of what everyone in the caucus goes on to do afterwards. Like shit, even look at Dave Benner. He's headlining Republican things now. He spoke for the Republican Party of Michigan. He specifically went up there, and the Mises Caucus guys were there, and he's like, oh, and those are my guys, the Mises Caucus. Yeah, they're the non-retarded members of the Libertarian Party. His words, not mine.
Yeah.
So like, we're going to see these interesting ripples. And whether that comes back to the LP, whether the brand remains around, that just remains to be seen.
Yeah, I kind of I saw where you're going there at the beginning. Like, I feel like the brand is dead. The people will remain. The good people will stick around, and they'll do what they want to do. And I don't know. As far as like how Grand Rapids is going to go, I feel like, and you guys tell me, if I'm right or wrong on this, but I think Steven retains because he's going to run again. I don't think there's
He says he's not going to if someone who's competent jumps in.
Yeah, that's
No
that's
one competent's
that's the
gonna jump in.
that's the politician
I know.
excuse.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to, but no one else will.
Yeah. No.
I
Steven's
know.
gonna run again, and he's gonna win. And after that, I think there's not going to be a strong any caucus hold. Mises is going to get some seats. LPA is going to get some seats. ALC might pick up a couple seats. They'll be the big surprise to everyone who's not in the know. They'll be the big pickup. And then, maybe the radicals get one or whatever. But it's going to be more spread out. It's not going to be a sweep like it was during the takeover. It's not going to be all one caucus. It's going to be a bunch of little caucuses that crop up.
It's going to
all
become parliamentary.
Around. And it's not even because those caucuses rally people. It's because the MC fell off so hard. These other caucuses that have continued to exist are going to stick around. And so the MC will be another radical, pragmatic, whatever caucus. They're just going to be another faction within the LP that exists perennially. Or is it perennially? Are those the ones that come out every come out every year? Yeah.
Yeah, they're right.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. To everybody else, Adrian,
share it. Fucking funny.
Share it.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be too upset. But he said that a bunch of you guys sent him the link already.
My niggas, I love all y'all in the chat.
Yeah.
Y'all my niggas.
So somebody else already sent him the links for it. He says, I'm embarrassed for them. It's sad, but also hilarious. Everyone knows the MC is done, except for the 19 people that are on that call. Yeah. To be fair, I think a lot of those people probably know it's over. Like the Jesse guy, he probably knows it's over. But
grab the violin. We're sinking with the ship.
Yeah, I'm down. Just let me know. All right, so we're gonna pull Adrian into the Discord. He's gonna hang out and chat with us. So I'll send him a link after this. But yeah, no, I mean tonight was the night to bring back the member stream, just because I wanted to go through the LPF stuff because we're gonna be there, and there's some interesting shakeups happening, and then the MC stuff was happening at the same time. So all that stuff kind of just made sense. We got to do more member streams in the future. I'm thinking. This is what I kind of pitched to the guys, and you guys can kind of voice your opinions while we're here. But, just kind of going through breaking news, show suggestions, dank memes, our episode content channel. A lot of stuff gets dumped in all those channels that we don't really talk about that much. So I feel like this would be a good place to do it. We're not going to do it tonight because we're almost hitting 3 hours. But I think moving forward, we just catch up every Sunday.
I mean, can we at least do one? There's one in particular that I would.
If you say Joey Somali, I'm done.
No. I was gonna say the city councilwoman who got in trouble for licking people.
Oh, where was that? Was that at content?
No.
I found it. Yeah, it was episode content. Yeah.
Sundays we'll have to coordinate because I'm trying to do something else on Sundays as well.
Well, it doesn't have to be Sunday. We just got to pick a day, Saturday, Sunday, sometime during the weekend, just to chill. Whatever. That's the thing, right? Is we don't have it with the Tuesday show, we're set. Tuesday 9, we know that's when the show is. We don't have a thing set for the member show, and that's why it's inconsistent as fuck. But I do think that would be the way to go forward. Josh, you missed it, but going through breaking news, show suggestions, dank memes, hitting the episode content, all the links that get missed through the regular show.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we can. But this was worth the episode tonight. This was definitely...
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah.
Turned out to be really good. Yeah.
Rob needs to go to church for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. I'll pull up the licking one just for Mitch here.
Let's do the one.
We can close.
Let's get this lick on. Lodal council member keeps her position after licking city administrator's hand. Oh my God.
A Ludlow, Kentucky council member accused of licking someone during a job interview gets to keep her seat on council.
So the person who was licked is the city administrator, who's also the former Ludlow police chief.
This ain't news.
News Sun's Rachel Hersheimer was at tonight's meeting and has much more on what happened here. Hi there, Rachel.
Hey, Mike and Cherie. So the vote to remove council member
unanimous.
Tonight,
Even
every
if she
council
talks out of the
member
side of her
voted to
face like she
remove
got a
her,
stroke.
except for
You know
one.
she's gonna be
That is
quirky.
why she gets to keep her position on Ludlow City Council tonight.
Jesus!
Now, this incident took place in October. Scott Smith, the former Ludlow police chief, was interviewing for the city administrator's job. Smith said Miller licked his hand after the interview when he tried to shake hands.
Whoa.
Then Smith filed a complaint with the city against Miller for sexual battery and harassment in January. Multiple witnesses were questioned during tonight's removal hearing. Here's how Council Member Miller describes what happened.
When he got to me, he went to shake my hand and then laughed and withdrew it. And he said, "Oh, I'm not shaking your hand. You have germs." And I said,
Ew.
"Germs? Are you kidding me?" I said, "You just hugged me Monday night." We had just had dinner at Texas Roadhouse 3 nights prior, that Monday night. This was a Thursday.
Yeah.
And he laughed and he said,
She
"Yeah, okay."
lying
So he
her
extended his
ass
hand.
off.
Hold on.
I took his hand and I shook it, and then I lifted his hand, licked the back of his hand, and said, "Germs." And
Whoa! She admitted to doing it?
Yes,
she did.
Whoa!
Fuck, man.
Whoa!
Removal.
Those
I was-
facial expressions
Helicopter
tell me
ride.
everything.
I was not expecting that. Hold on, I gotta
Helicopter
replay.
ride.
I gotta replay.
And
Josh,
he
you
laughed and he said, "Yeah, okay." So he extended his hand. I took his hand and I shook it, and then I lifted his hand, licked the back of his hand, said, "Germs," and let go of his hand.
Germs.
It's just an
Helicopter
incident that
ride.
happened that should not have happened.
Should not have happened.
It's
Absolutely,
unfortunate
sir.
for the employees in this city. It's unfortunate for the citizens that this is what's going
It
forward.
is unfortunate. It's unfortunate for everybody.
Now, in the end, council members
Let her
voted
lick
to
your hand,
remove
though.
Miller off of Ludlow Council for misconduct, except for that one council member, that was David Ziegler. He did not explain his positioning for keeping her on council. Now, this removal hearing was supposed to take place today at
I don't care. It blows my mind. She I thought it was like an accusation that was not maybe not happened or whatever.
No,
She did it, bro. She did
Germs.
it.
I knew it happened.
That's crazy.
Iowa.
Germs.
Germs.
Is there any, as far as legal recourse goes,
Yeah, give us your legal opinion.
Rob, can I sue her?
Look at this bitch. That bitch comes up to you and licks your hand.
Yeah.
Jesus, bro.
It depends on what the intent is. I think she was just fucking with him.
Yeah.
I
There
probably
ain't
would
no
still smack
intent,
the
bro.
shit out of her. I still would have gone to jail that night.
Yeah. Don't like that, but I don't know.
I would
Not
be
sure.
like, what? That was a man officer? I couldn't have told.
Ugh.
I thought it
that
was a
looked
he,
like
him.
She's chewing on a piece of gum, staring at him right now. Look at that. Just like,
She got something in her mouth, or she's missing teeth. I don't
she
know.
doesn't think she's in the wrong
She's
at
chewing
all.
on some gum or something.
That bitch looks like a hamster. Like,
Let me blow it up a little bit.
She does look like a guinea pig. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
I know
fucking
this
gerbil.
archetype, and this is the worst human being.
She looks like Matt Johnson.
She's got a titty tattoo,
OPS
bro.
chair.
Yeah.
All right, she got a titty tattoo right there.
Yeah, she's a nasty.
Oh,
She's a
no,
nasty
titty
bitch.
Tattoo.
You know she's a nasty bitch.
Oh man.
Oh no.
And this is the kind of content that you will get if you continue to be a member. Join us in the Discord. Oh man, I'm gonna pull Adrian. I'm gonna pull Adrian, and we're gonna play some putt putt, hang out. Everybody.
Oh.
We don't need to plug anything. You guys know who we are. See y'all
All
there.
right, wrap it up. Let's get to
All
Discord.
right. I want to hear Josh.